Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome live. We are live here on the pre-race show for the second annual Matjoulis-Seay Speedshop Giveback Classic, live on multiple locations here tonight, live on the TeamVLR.com Facebook page, IROC TV, IROC YouTube, IROC Roku channel, and all kinds of places out there on the internet. My name is Tommy Rowe, up here in the booth, joined by a very special guest, the voice of Fairbury Speedway, where we are at tonight for the Giveback Classic, Mr. Mike Norris. Mike, welcome back, buddy.
Hey, excited to be here, Tommy. Such a special event. Want to thank Chris Ferguson. Want to thank Cruz, Pedregon, everybody that's putting this on, and all these great sponsors, and especially you for broadcasting with me. This will be the second time we've got to call a race together, but man, I'm excited. This is going to be fun.
Man, $1,500 to win an iRace at the Fairbury Speedway. They're paying out some pretty good money here tonight, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely. They're even giving money for the guys that didn't make, got some random draw items for the guys that did not make the top 60, and some other things that guys that finished throughout the top 25, and a lot of money, a lot of great sponsors, and a lot of prizes to be given out.
Over 100 drivers signed in initially. We had 2 servers of qualifying. We are transitioning to the main event server right now. So the top 60 drivers, 30 in each of the qualifying servers, getting ready to square off. We've had a few big names out there in the field, some recognizable names as well, Mike, including the likes of, the Hunt the Front guys, Joseph Joyner and all those guys. Cruz, Pedregon, the primary sponsor here tonight in one of the servers as well, trying to get into the show.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be pretty cool. I think Thorton Jr. was signed up maybe to enter. As you mentioned, Hunt the Front guys. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Charging Charlie Medford messaged me today. He's setting ready to get fallsy. So it's going to be a great night. We got a lot of cars and a lot of stars.
Like I said, we're a couple of minutes away from transitioning to that main event server. We're going to get a couple of personalities in here and talk about the races here tonight. Of course, the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop on board, second annual. Second annual Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop Giveback Classic. Discord doing some weird things right there for a moment, but nonetheless, going to possibly see if we can't get Evan C. and Blake Matjoulis down here. This is the second year in a row they've done this. It's quite a cool accomplishment for these drivers, building the setups and the drivers coming in and getting some pretty good setups from these guys.
Yeah, a lot of great sponsors, a lot of great drivers, and anybody that wants to get some of those setups from Matjoulis-Seay, make sure to get it done. These are guys from 2022, so make sure to get on board here in 2023. They'll make you go fast. They'll help you go fast, and hopefully you get to be part of the third annual Give Back Classic next year.
Looking for a couple of drivers to possible interview here, man. My goodness, there's so many drivers in the servers or in the Discord right now alone. We were just talking earlier, and there's a few names up here. I'm gonna see one down there. I'm gonna bring him up here, see if we can't get him in the booth with us right quick. One of the owners of the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop, Blake Matjoulis. Just gonna drag him up here randomly. Blake, welcome to the pre-race show, buddy.
Yeah, how we doing, man?
Man, you guys are about to give away $1,500 to win tonight with the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop Giveback Classic. What's going through your mind, buddy?
Oh yeah, it's been drug out, for a while now. We've been promoting it pretty hard. Just excited to get it underway. Obviously, not just $1,500 to win, but there's a lot of other stuff going on too. Just a lot of contingency prizes and a lot more cash spread out throughout the field. So pretty excited not only to see just who's going to win, but to see who takes the podium and a nice payday.
You guys have built quite the business for yourselves, and now you're able to give back this much money. What's an average work week like with you guys at Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of time put into our weekly and season pass stuff. Lately, that's been taken off. We kind of, get a base setup drawn up throughout the week, and that's kind of what we promote for that certain track. And then our season pass guys kind of get updates throughout the week. it's up and around really. If we're having a good week on like a short track, we won't be too bad as far as adjusting the setups and sending them out. But if we're on a track that we seem to be struggling, or everyone as a whole is not doing as well, we'll adjust accordingly and kind of build something up for a lot of edits that our customers can try, whether it's a free setup to run the bottom or a tighter setup to run the middle. There's a lot of different things that go into building just not one setup, but weeks worth of setup. So, like I said, it depends from week to week, but it's a good time, that's for sure. And love to see our guys running up front week in and week out.
Brought in a few more guys from the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop. Chris Ferguson, the owner of CFM Esports, driver of the number 22 late model. Chris, you guys have worked extremely hard at putting this event on. What's your mindset going into tonight, buddy?
I'm just very thankful and really, it's just fun to sit back and see what we've built here, man. It's amazing. There's so many people that's in our Discord right now, so many people watching, so many people involved, and just thankful that we can do this. You know, it's a lot to put on a race like this with no entry fee and having partners and getting sponsors for the event. But at the end of the day, it's all about the customers. It's all about the drivers that support us, and this is our way of saying thank you and really enjoying this moment, and also try not to be stressed out.
You guys have a lot of great teammates and partners coming on board and working with the CFM Esports. What does that say about your brand, and how proud of you of that?
Well, we just, we're very, very thankful for all of them, but, we want to be more than just a speed shop. We want to be a community where people can learn, where people can get better at iRacing, and being involved with guys like Blake Evan, Mike Augustine, Matt Selby, Ethan Toder, Dylan Yeager, all of our Pro Series guys, all of our guys like Braswell, James Braswell. Just when you come in the Discord, there's about 50 people that can help you. And it's amazing to be able to have this many people, involved, and then also have this many partners that they like what we're doing, and they support the event.
Now, Evan, this one goes to you. You guys had over 100 and something entries to this thing tonight. What's it like having 100, well over 100 folks buying setups from you guys?
I mean, yeah, it's pretty awesome. I mean, you always, when we first started the setup shop, I mean, we always wanted to reach as many people as we could. I mean, yes, for one, how you build a successful business, but, also get a great community going is, get people from all levels of, motorsports and in terms of, iRacing, from people just getting on to, our Pro Series guys. So it's, definitely cool to see, that many people come in and want to run a race like this. And I think we had just as many last year also. So, and then, just the partners and everything that come in, from myself, Blake and Chris, from the people we know that, want to reach out to us and support this event. And, it's always cool to see. And, we have great partners like you also to help the broadcast, and, just makes this event really cool.
We've got Mike Norris up here in the booth, the voice of the Fairbury American Legion Speedway. Mike, we got quite a few characters in the booth here with us. What you got for them?
Yeah, I just wanted to say I got to go out to Charlotte, North Carolina, watch the World Finals last year, and I got to see my buddy Chris Ferguson. And congratulations on all this and this night. And but this iRacing thing, I haven't been, I know about it, but I didn't realize. I met Evan C. while I was there at Chris's Apparel trailer. They were playing iRacing, and then later on that night, Evan walks out and picks up a check for $14,000, I think it was, and I'm like, holy cow, this has turned into more than a game. So you can sell the setups, but you're getting setups from a guy that won 14 grand last year. So obviously you guys know what you're doing, and I just want to congratulate each and every one of you in this server right now in this room, and pat you on the back for a job well done.
Well, these guys have definitely earned it and worked very hard over the last couple of years to put build this business into what it is. We've got about 90-something people watching the pre-race show. That's pretty awesome right there. We haven't even gotten into A-Main server yet. Waiting for the server to go up here very, very shortly. And we'll get ready to go here in just a little bit now. Started out with 120. How did you qualify, Chris?
I am not participating in the race tonight because I'm pretty good at the big blocks and the 358s, but I'm not that great at the late model stuff. But I tell you what, man, it's fun to be behind the scenes and watch these guys. I've watched a bunch of my buddies from the real world try to race this stuff, and some of them, like Jesse Innerkin, succeed and some of them struggle. But one thing I want to mention while I'm thinking about it, this event is being supported by Fairbury Speedway, which is, awesome to have Mike Norris in the booth, but having the support from Matt Curl and everybody at Fairbury is just amazing. That place has been very special to me. Me and Mike's had some great memories there, and Matt and Gunner Sullivan, if he's watching tonight. It's just it's cool to be able to put this show on. Fairbury's kind of like CFM. It's a small, it's kind of a large community now, but it's a small group of people that make it special. And every time I come out there, I feel that same vibe that this is where you're supposed to come in July and come race at the PDC. It's just really special to be able to have them involved with this race, and having Mike on along with you, Tommy, and Fairbury is one of the most exciting tracks in the real world, but also on the sim. So I have a feeling with the drivers we have tonight, we're going to be seeing a lot of people get fallsy, to say the least.
Yeah, you've been dying for me to say it, and you jump out there and say it, but
it's going to happen.
Yeah, we appreciate it. We got a lot of good things cooking in 2023, and not to puff our chest a little bit, but that Mars series is going to be excellent, especially for the modifieds. I know Charlie Mefford's racing here with us tonight, but he's talked about it. So many quality modified drivers throughout the Midwest have talked about that Mars Championship Modified Series and the Mars Series, but yeah, racing at Fairbury, the PDC is going to be a little bigger. There's some bigger things coming out for the PDC, so it's going to be an exciting year for 2023, and of course Matt continues to do bigger and better things, and we got Dancing on the Dirt back this year. We just signed Lee Bryce. We're excited about that concert, and we got Dirty Grass Soul coming back hopefully for the PDC to rock again, so exciting times. Going to be a great year this year at Falls.
It's going to be exciting tonight too, Mike. I love that I never get to get in the booth at the real track, but you know what? I'm going to be up here and kind of hanging out in the shadows, and hopefully we get some of that Mike Norris high pitch excitement tonight.
Yeah, I hope. I'm going to do my best. It's going to take me a while to figure out who's who in this. So we'll leave it up to Tommy Rowe. Tommy's got a dang good voice for this announcing stuff, and I'm just going to follow his lead and be his dancing partner, but I'm sure it'll be fixing to get good, and it'll get fallsy. We'll have some fun as usual.
This isn't our first rodeo, Mike. We'll get through it just fine. It's an honor to be up here in the booth with you. You know, the voice of Falls. I follow you a lot and respect your work, and it's looking forward to it. Server's going up right now. Loading screen is happening. We're going to get ready to go racing here very, very quickly.
Oh, absolutely. She looks good. Not many people watching that, but especially on Discord. That's awesome on Discord. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I got the chance to race it here on iRacing. Austin let me race it, so yeah, it's definitely fun.
I'm gonna see if we can get Cruz Pedregon up in here in the booth. I'm gonna make a few phone calls real quick.
I was just talking to him.
We need Cruz in the booth. This is his show. We got to get him up here.
Exactly, man. The straight line guy can definitely make some fast circles.
Yeah, he's awesome to watch in the dirt. I've watched him in the midgets and the late models as well, and just an all-around great guy. Appears like he likes sim racing, so can't go wrong there.
Yeah, I had a great story. I got a chance to meet him at a racetrack, and then of course I met him at PRI one year. So got a couple great interesting stories about Cruz.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the server is loading up. Going to swap it over here in just a moment. And get ready to go. 60 of the best getting ready to go here at the Fairbury American Legion Speedway. And we'll be right back in just a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Once again, we are live here at the Fairbury American Legion Speedway for the second annual Matjoulis-Seay Speedshop Giveback Classic, presented by Cruz, Pedregon, Esports. My name is Tommy Rowe. Up here in the booth tonight, we are getting ready to go main event server time, joined by the voice of the Fairbury American Legion Speedway, Mr. Mike Norris. Mike, how you doing tonight, bud?
Oh, doing great. Glad to be a part of this event. I want to thank Blake Matjoulis, Evan C., of course, Chris Pedregon, Chris Ferguson, everybody involved. I know we got a lot of great sponsors to make this happen. At my home track, of course, Matt's track, Matt Curl's track, the Fairbury Speedway, and just glad to be here.
Got Chris Ferguson up here in the booth with us as well. Going to be kind of up here, kind of watching things, giving us his input when he can. Chris, getting ready to give away $1,500 here tonight. You've had a lot of hard work put into this. What's the initial thoughts going in?
Man, I'm just pumped. I'm ready to see, there's a lot of guys that surprised a lot of people in making the main server. So the cool thing about this being fixed setup, we'll be able to really tell the driving side of things compared to the old iRacing excuse. Well, he's got a faster setup than me, so it's a whole different atmosphere. But it's nice to be in this moment and enjoy it. And we're working on getting Cruz on right now. He was a little frustrated he didn't qualify great, but he's close. I think he's ready to come in. I'm gonna try to drag him in.
All right, Cruz Pedregon, getting ready to come in the broadcast booth with us here as you're watching the live practice for the Giveback Classic. Also joined up here by Blake Matjoulis. Blake, you guys are about to give away $1,500 for some setups you guys sold in 2022. What's the thought?
Yeah, man, I'm pretty pumped to see how this track turns out. wish I was racing for something like this tonight, but just pretty excited to see who gets it done here. This track can get interesting. There's, we thought about this Giveback this year, and me and Evan were pretty confident in this car and track, and we're really happy Fairbury came along here and going along with this, and just makes this event pretty big, and look to just make it bigger and better every year. And I'm expecting a lot tonight, that's for sure. Hopefully there's some good racing for us.
Now, Mike, we have the man himself, Mr. Cruz Pedregon, up in the booth with us now. Cruz, man, you didn't quite make the show, but man, this is pretty cool.
Cruz may not have his mic on. Give me 1 second.
We're working on it. Going to get him up here.
Yeah, we'll get him going.
He's a race car driver, not a computer guru.
Yeah, right.
Well, they always said I had a face for radio too, so you know how that goes.
I think I've been told that on several occasions. Get him down there in the broadcast booth waiting on him, and a couple of drivers taking practice right now as look on top of the leaderboards.
Looks like we're getting set to go to qualifying. Looks like the track's pretty wide here. Could see a couple lines being good.
Did you tell him to stop calling me?
Here we go, Cruz.
Cruz Pedregon up in the booth. This is Tommy. You got a copy, bud.
Hey, good. Hey, Tommy, how you doing?
Good, man. Man, you guys are giving away $1,500 tonight here on iRacing with free entry. You, of course, are the title sponsor of this event. What's the thought process?
Well, hey, I'm just happy to be a part of it. Got to know Chris a little bit, and then obviously Blake and Evan are the two greats of this series and this class. And so I'm just glad to be a part of it. I've always been a fan of dirt racing, and did a little bit myself in the late models back in the Prelude to the Dream back in Tony Stewart's track there at Eldora. So just to be able to be a part of this again is, at this level is really cool for me.
Now you venture into with the sim racing yourself. You qualified for the show, didn't quite go your way tonight, but you obviously love sim racing yourself. What's how often do you get to play?
Not often enough. I got my I rating into I got my A rating license up to I think 3,000 or something like that. So I'm on it as much as I can, but not enough to really to not hit the wall. And with 4 laps they were giving me, I still didn't have enough to get to crack into the top 30 there. I would have liked to, but I got there was a lot of stuff going on in practice, so I didn't get much practice. But still, I was glad to be a part of it for like 5 minutes. But we're gonna, if they continue to have it, I'll continue to be a part of it and like to try it again sometime.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. Anytime you're in the booth with us or on the racetrack at one of our iRacing events, it's always a pleasure to have you on. We thank you for everything that you do, and hope to see you down the road. Mike, what you got for Cruz, my man?
Yeah, I know. I talked to Chris Ferguson. Cruz, I just want to say thank you, and thanks for being a part of the dirt late model racing world. I was announcing at Farmer City several years ago. It was quite a few years ago, and I got there early, and there was a hauler in the back pit with a car unloaded. I had no idea who it was, and I told Chris this story, but I walked up, and I'm like, man, I recognize that guy. And I walked up, and sure enough, it was Cruz Pedregon on a regular show on a Friday night, man, and you were setting ready to go racing, and I couldn't believe it. I thought that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I was actually preparing for the Prelude, just trying to get some track time out there. And I remember that Farmer City, and I bought a Rocket car from Mark Richards there with Rocket many years ago, and I just wanted to really try to hold my own. I didn't want to be the guy that was the drag racer guy that can just go straight. I wanted to make sure I was got the practice in. But a lot of people don't know this, but I started out in go-karts back in the 80s, way back on dirt. So I love the surface. I love the unpredictability of it. And I really have so much respect for Blake and Evan and all the guys that really compete. Whoever wins this race or runs the top 5 tonight, I think they could jump in any of these cars, a real live car, and be just as dominant, so a lot of respect for the dirt racers. Love it. I'm glad to be a part of it. I'm glad Chris, and his CFM group with with Blake and the sets they sell, the people that want to win. And hey, that's, I'm a fan. So to be a part of it's really cool.
Hey, Cruz, I just want to thank you, me, Evan, and Blake. Want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for being a part of this. And ever since, when we initially talked, we knew it was going to be cool. And to be at your level, everything that you accomplished in racing, to come in here and still be a part of, I would say, kind of a grassroots movement with iRacing. It means a lot to us. We appreciate it. We know that we know that you love dirt racing, so we look forward to getting you out to a dirt track this year, and we just want to say thank you again for being a part of this, man.
Yeah, man, I appreciate the opportunity. Like I said, I follow it. I pay attention to it. I watch it on YouTube, and I race. I'm trying to get my, get some more laps in. And I was talking to Blake earlier, and he was just talking, about, man, you got to have that seat time, and really that's why I love it so much. It's not just anybody can jump on and be good, and you have to really work at it like anything. And so, like I said, mad respect to the guys that are doing it, that are in the show tonight. And I look forward to a good show. But hey, I want to be a part of it, so you guys can always count me in. Like I said, I'm a dirt guy and love the late models, and so yeah, we'll keep on doing it, brother.
I appreciate it, man. Well, I think we're getting close to qualifying.
Here. In advance.
Well, you were talking about the track, Blake. Can you?
Yeah.
What does it look like to you? Does it look like it's going to be a good track, or?
I think we'll have some good action. I think there could be two lines here off the top of my head that could be good. Pretty interested. Chris, who you got on the pole here?
Man, I'm gonna say Jaeger quick time, but
yeah,
we can't have Blake doing live line giving, because some of the drivers are watching the stream right now, and as good as Blake is, it doesn't matter if he's in the race. He normally knows the line, to say the least.
Yeah, that's a good point. I know how those races are. If there ain't a big screen to look at, they're probably watching the server on iRacing.
That's the truth. What do you think? Who do you think's got the pole, Blake?
Oh man, Jaeger's hard to go against here, but I could see Selby getting bottom good. I could see man, this is tough. I don't know. I'll take Cody Nevin here on the pole.
That's a pretty wild pick, but he is known to be quick.
Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take the shot.
Hey, I got to give a big shout out, Chris. Brandon Freeberg's in here racing with us. He's his dad, Bob Freeberg, was a racer. I know Brandon was a racer, and then Gary Freeberg. I'm not sure if he raced or not, but 3 generations of racer right there at the Fairbury Speedway, Peoria Speedway. So the Freeberg's pretty fast.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to have him. He's part of one of our satellite teams, Max Stroop Sim Sports, with Travis St. Clair, and who else is on the team, Blake?
Travis, Brandon, Cody Sieber.
Yep, yeah, Cody's on it too, man. And they're Cody and Travis made Pro Series this year, and Freeberg's right there with them. So I'm tickled, man. We got a couple guys from Fairbury area, from Illinois, and then a bunch of people from everywhere racing. So, but the Freebergs, they're fun to race with, man. I've been on the sim for a couple years now, and I've had a lot of fun with Brandon and the rest of those guys.
Let's see here.
Well, we're getting ready for qualifying right now. Just about a minute left. Drew Hopkins on the pole right now. And he gets knocked off by Dylan Yeager. Goes to the point. As soon as I say something, Dylan Yeager goes quick time here at Fairbury American Legion Speedway. 12:23 moving around. Mike, do you happen to know the Fairbury track record?
13. Off the top of my 13, head, 12.
No, it's 13.
Well, it sounds like there may be some dispute because
12 or 13.
Well, now we're arguing now, but Kyle Strickler's got it at 12-2. No, 12. I don't know. We'll go to Fairbury.com and figure it out, but it's low. I know Strickler just broke it.
he's on the hammer.
Um,
Some would call Cody Nevin the Kyle Strickler of iRacing.
yeah.
There you go, 12.143, 12143. So we actually just did a little history on it. Tim Hitt had it at one time, the West Virginia driver, and then some locals had it. Darren Friedman had it. Scott Bull had it, and then eventually Wes Steininger had it at one point, but obviously Kyle Strickler owns it now.
Having the trade and paint issues tonight. Going to reload those up once again. Been trying to get those paints right and click control and refresh 156 times. But nonetheless, heat race number 1. Getting ready to roll out onto the Speedway. 10 drivers, top 3 from each one of the 6 heat races will transfer over to the main event. Then we'll run alphabet soup where we'll take 6 from the B main. And this is how they will line up for heat race number 1. Row number 1 on the inside, the 48 car. That'll be Dylan Yeager to his outside in the 29. That'll be Robbie Buchanan. Hot to front, Jesse and Turkin on the inside of row number 2 alongside Tyler Burrow. Travis Wellman, Matthew Catania inside, outside row number 3. Brandon Marlowe and Cal Bruce in row number 4. Nick Story, Dale Ward in row number 5. As we get ready to go, Mike, 10 laps to this, and it's going to be good.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good to have Dylan Yeager. You guys called him. Probably going to be on the pole. See if he can run away with this. And then how about the new father, Jesse Enterkin, part of the Hunt the Front group. Send a big shout out to Jesse. Hope he's getting plenty of sleep. Hopefully he's getting to play iRacing as much as he wants. But new father, Jesse. And we'll see how he does from the 3rd starting spot. So we get set and ready to go. Here it falls.
Here we go.
Getting ready to go. Heat racing number 1 at Falls. Green flag is in the air. Dylan Yeager on the gas. Trading paint still kind of being a butthole here, but nonetheless, Dylan Yeager going to lead him down the back straightaway.
Yeah, good battle for that runner-up spot. They'll work through the middle of the speedway, but after one lap, Dylan Yeager goes the other way. Good battle for that 2nd spot.
Jesse and Turkin up to 2nd. Then it's Robbie Buchanan back to 3rd as we're 9 laps to go here in heat race number 1. 2 down, 8 to go.
Yeah, had a little kerfuffle in the back there. I think they agreed for the time being. Yeager's still showing the way, and I think the caution just came out.
Travis Wellman going to be upside down on the front straightaway. Take a look and see what happens here in the 2 car. Little turnaround right there with a 49 and 3/8 seed of Matthew Catania, and a couple of cars upside down. That'll happen here on the iRacing circuit.
Yeah, just getting to watch the replay now. I want to thank Austin Friedman for helping me out. And, let's see here. It's like the 2 sliding in there. 35 got into him. So
Bunch them.
we'll rank them and stack them and do it again.
Would you call that stacked up at the Waffle House earlier? Is that how you put that, Mike?
Yeah, that was the old Rick Eshelman. They were stacked up like what does he say? Covered, smothered, covered, splattered, and smothered, or something like that. We got a Waffle House and turn number 1. Yeah.
So it'll be 7 to go when we go back to the restart. Dylan Yeager going to lead him back to the green. Trying to load up the trade and paints once again. See what happens.
Yeah, Jesse was changing up lines there in that 1 car, so we'll keep our eyes on Jesse Enterkin. We'll see if he makes a bid for the lead or just settles for 2nd. But I think he's got something figured out maybe on that top side. We'll keep our eyes on that 1 as we come back to green.
Coming back to green. Next time at a turn number 4. 2 down, 8 to go. And it'll be Dylan Yeager on the gas, Jesse and Turkin. Robbie Buchanan, Matthew Catania, your top 4. Green flag is back out.
Yeah, taking the top 3, a little pushing and shoving down Broadway. Out front, still going to be Dylan Yeager, but we'll keep our eyes on the 1 of Jesse Enterkin. Transfer spot, Buchanan Jr. Top 3 to the A main. It's still Dylan Yeager.
Dylan Yeager out in front. 6 to go here in heat race number 1. It's in Turkin. Buchanan, your top 3. Top 3 will transfer to the main event. Kyler Bruce looking on the bottom for 3rd. That is your transfer spot down the front straightaway.
Yeah, good side-by-side battle for that third spot. The 31 of Kyler Bruce slips up. Got an entertaining battle with him and Robbie Buchanan Jr. for that third spot. 31s go at it for third.
Good race for the third and final transfer spot. 4 to go here in heat racing number 1. It's all Dylan Yeager, but the battle is on. That's where we'll watch heat racing number 1. Race for the transfer.
Yeah, Buchanan took a peek underneath the skirt of Jesse Enterkin. But again, Enterkin going to hold him off. Here comes Kyler Bruce. Bruce wants into the A main. And again, up front, Dylan Yeager. He's led from the drop of the green flag. Buchanan, Bruce, Marlowe, Ward, Burrow. Your running order. Dylan Yeager out front of Jesse Enterkin.
Kyler still trying to find a way around. Final lap, white flag in the air. One more trip around for Yeager. Here comes Bruce on the inside, looking for the transfer down the back straightaway now.
That's a great battle for third as they come to the checkered flag. It'll be Dylan Yeager, Jesse Enterkin, and coming home third, RBJ, Robbie Buchanan Jr. is going to the big dance here tonight. The second annual Giveback Classic Heat Race number 1. How about a nice round of applause for Dylan Yeager?
Heat race number 2, get ready to line up on the Speedway. 10 more drivers, top 3 will transfer. This is how they will line up. Row number 1 on the inside, the 157. It'll be Drew Hopkins to his outside. In the 38 will be Scott Fritz, Jamie Gilpin, Aaron Brumbelow. In row number 2, Landon Graham, James Class in row number 3. Row number 4 will see Howard Weaver, Cody Nevin, and Pat Armason, and Cole Younger will round out row number 5.
It's really good to see Howard Weaver back. You know, his fall from grace was one that no one wants to experience, but to see him back and actually make the top 60 is a testament to his desire to be good at iRacing again.
Weaver really good for a long time, but had to step away for a little bit, probably not of his own accord, but nonetheless had to step away and is back tonight trying to put himself in a show.
Yeah, another awesome guy I got to meet out at Charlotte. I drove into the parking lot with Matt Curl. We got to go there and watch the World Finals, and a guy parked right in front of me, flew out of his truck, ran up, gave me a high five, and lo and behold, it was Howard Weaver. So we'll see how he does here in heat race number 2. Green's out.
I'm all just about given up on trading paints. I've loaded it 4 times. It's not working. Green flag is out. Drew Hopkins going to lead him down the back straightaway as your race leader. Scott Fritz in that 38 car in chasing second, followed by Jamie Gilpin running third.
Yeah, Fritz starting to figure it out. He's working in that middle of the speedway. Good battle for the transfer spot behind of him. Out front it's Hopkins, but Fritz working that middle groove. And car number 11, Gilpin running in the transfer spot third.
Your race leader, Drew Hopkins, down the back straightaway. 2 down, 8 to go. Scott Fritz in second. Jamie Gilpin third. Race for fourth. That's outside the transfer spot. Aaron Brumbelow and Landon Graham go at it.
Yeah, pushes does the 11 of James Gilpin. We'll see if either one can take advantage, either Brumbelow or Graham. They cannot. Running order still the same. Drew Hopkins looks strong here in Heat 2. Fritz trying to run him down in the late stages of Heat Race number 2.
Cody Nevin selling T-shirts.
Scott Fritz running second, trying to run down your race leader. Cody Nevin back here trying to move up a couple of spots, up 2 positions from 8th to 6th, looking for more on the inside. Little love tap right there to Landon Graham. No harm, no foul. We stay green.
Good action in the back of the pack from 4th on back as they get bunched up. But I've noticed Scott Fritz starting to gather in race leader Drew Hopkins.
Drew Hopkins out in front. Scott Fritz trying to run him down, closing the gap just a little bit. Under half a second this time. 3 to go. It'll be 2 to go at the line. Drew Hopkins coming around, 2 to go.
Yeah, we watched this battle back of the pack. Entertaining battle. Looks like number 11 putting on a big show back there as well. Howard Weaver, Younger. Having some fun back there, trying to work their way towards the front. But the top 3 pretty solid. Hopkins, Fritz, and Gilpin.
Weaver struggling not to finish last here in heat race number 2. White flag is in the air for the 157 of Hopkins. He'll come out of turn number 4, pick up the win. Scott Fritz second. Jamie Gilpin will pick up the third and final transfer spot.
4th will go to Brumbelow. 5th will go to Nevin. And 6th will go to Klassen, Graham, Weaver, and Younger.
I see the comments about the trading paints out there. I've loaded it 6 times and kind of gave up on it after that. Nonetheless, heat race number 3 getting ready to roll out onto the Speedway. 10 more drivers, Mike. First 2 heat races have been not too shabby.
Yeah, not bad at all. Saw some good action there, and that middle groove came in. Seemed like to be the best way around, but we look at heat number 3. And we get set and ready to go for another exciting heat again here in the Matjoulis-Seay second annual Giveback Classic heat race number 3.
Ethan Toder, he'll line up on the inside of row number 1 alongside Jacob Harberts. Row number 2 will see Matthew Selby, Lakin Martin, Barrett Bishop, John Darby, Joey Lamb, Joseph Joyner in row number 4 with Colton Zimmer and Blaine Johnson, your top 5. Or row number 5, excuse me.
Yeah, kind of exciting moments there at Southern Raceway Speedway the other day, or the other night, I guess. I know some people in here watching probably saw the kerfuffle there in the pit area and everything with that shovel. So the joiners have had a lot of excitement in their life lately. Here we go.
Here we go. Green flag is out. Heat race number 3. It'll be Ethan Toder going to lead him down the back straightaway as your race leader. Race for second. That'll be Matthew Selby on the inside, looking for a way around Jacob Harberts. Race for second. Top 3 once again will transfer as we have 1 down, 9 to go.
Yeah, here comes Selby in car number 80 around the outside. Harberts, good battle for that second spot. I think he's found something. Oh, they cut off the momentum. Good nose to tail battle for second. How about a good old-fashioned slide job for the runner-up spot? Things are getting fallsy here in Heat 3, Chris Ferguson.
Barrett Bishop's selling T-shirts right now.
Yeah.
This is one of the guys we picked as a favorite, but he's on the outside looking in. But I'm going to say by the end of this one, he figures it out.
Here
And we
he
got
comes, old.
This heat race.
And John Darby has crashed. John Darby, let's take a look and see what happened in the 60 machine.
I think the caution's out. Oh, man.
Contact with the 81 turned around. Tough break for John Darby in car number 60 out there on the Speedway.
Yowzers. Coming right at us up in the booth.
Anthony, I see you out there. It is on the IROC TV YouTube tonight. So if you want to pull it up on YouTube, bring it up on your TV, go to IROC TV. It's also on the IROC Roku channel, CFM Matjoulis-Seay Speedshop Facebook page, Chris Ferguson Motorsports Facebook, Cruz Pedregon as well.
Yeah, we got a lot of great sponsors too. Spartan Transportation, Chicken Bone Alley, Sweet Victory Apparel, of course, Fairbury Speedway, IracingIflag, Schaeffer's Racing Oil. Hunt the Front Gaming. We got a joiner in this one.
And that's why you are the professional, Mike, coming up with the sponsors here. A lot of great sponsors here tonight. We had Cruz Pedregon up in the booth with us earlier, but nonetheless, green flag is back out. And heat race number 3 back in the way. Ethan Toder going to lead him down the back straightaway as your race leader. Here comes Matthew Selby.
Yeah, I'll see if we get B squared wound up again on that high side. Barrett Bishop, I think he's the crowd favorite here in heat number 3. He's got her rolling on the top shelf where Dad hides the good books. Good looking race off turn number 4.
Barrett Bishop has found himself into the transfer spot, and now Harbert's on the outside looking in, found himself in a 3-wide battle with 4 to go. Now Barrett Bishop looking for second. He's not done just yet. Ethan Toder still hanging on to the race lead.
Yeah, he had a slider engaged. He was playing nice. Good battle for that second spot. He's into the transfer spot. He'll go back to that top side. Looks like everybody's transferring to the top side. As boy, they're tiptoeing around the top side. Got one spun out over there in turns 3 and 4. It looks like we'll stay green. Toder, Selby, Bishop, your top 3. Good racing action here in heat 3.
2 to go. Ethan Toder will be coming around to the white flag. Matthew Selby, Barrett Bishop, your 3 drivers in a transfer spot right now. Little contact right there with Bishop and Selby. Will that allow Zimmer or Harberts to capitalize? White flag in the air, down the back straightaway, final time.
Yeah, throw a blanket over them. They're going to go 3 wide here in heat number 3. 3 wide again. Bishop wants in. They're beating and banging to the line. Who's it going to be? Holy cow. I think Zimmer and Harberts get in. Lamb Bishop goes clear back to 5th, and 6th is Selby. So the dust up on the front stretch. We got a lot of hurt feelings. We'll go to the replay here.
Absolutely crazy way to finish heat race number 3. Jacob Harberts from out of nowhere after the contact with Barrett Bishop and the other driver.
Man.
Tough way to get eliminated from a heat race.
Reed through the main event, and they gave it up.
I think if Barrett Bishop would have just relaxed a little bit, took his third place, been fine. But boy, they went for it. We're watching the replay here, and they got together, and fourth and fifth running drivers took advantage of their little dust up, and oh man.
Well, heat race number 4 on the Speedway. Travis Sinclair, Bob Klein in row number 1. Keaton Holder, Brandon Freeberg, row number 2. Coy Viles, Nick Bob, row number 3. Mason Peschke, Evan Simone in row number 4. And Lance Heinberger and Stephen Hassett, row number 5. 10 laps to distance. Top 3 transfer once again. And if it's anything like the last one, it's going to get good.
Yeah, this track's starting to widen out. They're transitioning into the top side. We'll see if anybody make the bottom side work. Green flag's out. Here we go.
Travis Sinclair going to lead them down into turn number 1 and 2 as your race leader. Here they go to almost 3 wide for a moment. For second, it'll be Bob Klein sneaking up on the outside for second. Here comes the 17 of Viles. Look out, and cars going everywhere.
Oh, it crashed. Yeah, big wreck over on off of turn number 4. Caution comes out.
Looks like Coy Valise may be taking the blame for that.
You ever have to take the blame for one there, Chris Ferguson?
I think I may have made a couple people mad back in my day, especially at Fairbury. I think one night Timothy Cope come after me after the race, but that's going to happen in bull ring racing.
Tough break for Keaton Holder and Bob Klein right there, kind of the innocent victims from the Coy Valise slider gone wrong.
Yeah, got in there a little hot and heavy, didn't he?
He looked like Kendall Tucker on Blake Majoulis, and then Evan C on Kendall Tucker in the iRacing Pro Series.
Oh no!
I'm not gonna name any names, but there was a car number 91 that got in a little hot in turns 1 and 2 one year. I think that was during a Prairie Dirt Classic, if you know what I'm talking about.
It looked really similar to that.
I don't think it was the same result, but yeah, it was quite the dust up that night too.
We're going to get ready to go back green here. Travis Sinclair back on the gas. Green flag is back out one more time. It'll be 6 laps to go. Brandon Freeberg now up to second. Mason Peschke and Nick Baum go at it for third.
Yeah, I was just going to say, my man Brandon Freeberg, he's ran the Fairbury Speedway a couple of times. We'll see if he throws a slider for the race lead. Sinclair showing the way, but Freeberg breathing down his neck. Good battle for Peschke and Baum going at it. As Sinclair now moves up to the top of the speedway, he leads another lap.
Good racing right behind the transfer spots. 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Almost 4 wide right there behind your transfer of Nick Baum. Bob Klein already back to 4th in the 7 car. We have another caution on the speedway.
Yeah, kind of interesting up front. Austin just told Austin Freeman here with me tonight. Travis and Brandon are teammates here on iRacing, so that's pretty cool. I'm glad to see them running first and second.
And also, Travis St. Clair is the oldest driver on iRacing in the history of iRacing. I'm pretty sure Travis is 63 now. So the old man's getting it done.
That's pretty awesome right there.
Wow. What if he's got a flip phone?
He may be very well. He's telling everybody to dial up the internet to watch this race right now.
It's hard to get away from the flip phone for the old guys.
I don't know how that went. Remember that old when he connected to the internet? You guys are probably too young to remember that stuff.
I vaguely do.
Nonetheless, 6 down when we go back to green. Travis St. Clair back in the gas. Green flag is back out. Heat race number 4, I do believe. Getting ready to go back. St. Clair going to lead up down the back straightaway. Brandon Freeberg trying to hang on for second. But here comes Nick Baum on the bottom now.
Yeah, he's looking good on the bottom of the speedway. Nick Baum in that third running spots made up some ground. He's up to third in that 0-2. Good battle behind him. We take the top 3 It's still St. Clair, Freeburg, and Baum run 1, 2, 3.
Top three have kind of gone single file right now. Mason Peschke on the outside looking in, up 3 spots, looking for one more to get into the show. Can Peschke come from the back and make it to a transfer spot? He's going to have 3 more trips around to make it happen. Here he comes.
Yeah, I took a peek under the skirt of Baum there for that third running spot. Freeburg trying to hold on for second. Here comes Peschke again. Can he make something happen off of turn number 4? He will not.
Still 1, 2, 3, 4 right now. Single file right up against the wall here in heat race number 4. Travis St. Clair showing the way. Brandon Freeburg about a half second behind. And Nick Baum third as we stay green. 3 wide for fourth. Right behind him. Here comes Keaton Holder with a slider through the middle.
Yeah, Peschke got up into the wall off turn number 4. Travis St. Clair is going to get the win. Freeburg second. Baum third. They're 3 wide for that 4th spot. Good racing action there, Viles, Peschke, and Holder. But your winner once again is Travis St. Clair.
Good job right there. Don't forget 4th. That'll mean something because that'll put you in a better shot in the soup coming up here later on tonight. $1,500 to win, just $20 to even make the main event. So that's pretty cool. Free entry. And you make the main event, you walk away with $20. So not bad. Nonetheless, heat race number 5, I do believe, getting ready to roll out onto the Speedway up next.
Yep, some more of our great sponsors here. KC Speedwork, ML Performance. I know Fergie knows a lot about them. IROC TV tonight, CFM Esports, and ShopFergie22.com. And again, especially want to thank Cruz, Pedregon, Esports, the title sponsor here in the 2nd annual Matjoulis-Seay Giveback Classic.
It'll be Cameron Case and Brent Carter as your front row, going to lead them to the green this time. Talberry, Trey Mills. In row number 2, Elijah Johnson, Jarrett Jones, Bryson Banks, Scott Neff, and Tucker Anderson. Charlie Mefford back there in row number 5. We should get ready to go green at a turn number 4. Looks like we had some issues with a few drivers getting tangled up back there.
If I was an iRacer, that's something I would do.
That is not something you want to start a heat race doing, but here we go. Green flag is out. Heat race number 5. Cameron Kaysen going to lead them down the back straightaway. They're just about 3 wide. Here comes the 24th, Trey Mills with a slider for the lead.
Yikes, things are getting crazy behind them. They're almost 3, 4 wide. And they are slicing and dicing here at Falls on a Tuesday night. My goodness, things are picking up in E5.
Jarrett Jones turned into a pinball machine. He's fallen back 4 positions to 9th. But meanwhile, back up front, race for the lead. Trey Mills throwing another slider on Cameron Case. Mills back to the point, coming around to complete lap number 3.
Yeah, Trey Mills, another driver people were talking about coming into this event. He's out front, but I don't think we've seen the last slider thrown because here comes Cameron Case. Slider engaged. We'll see if we see a crisscross applesauce for the race lead side by side. Good one here in heat number 5.
Trey Mills, Cameron Kaysen going at it for the race lead. Racing for the transfer spot as well. Heating up. Tyler Berry has it. Brent Carter wants it. Carter with a slider in the 69. Here comes Berry back to the inside. Race for the transfer spot. Heating up as well. There's racing all over Fairbury.
Yeah, we can't take our eyes off the race lead. Kind of calmed down a little bit, to say the least. Trey Mills showing the way. Cameron Caston going to get in line. I think maybe a last lap slider to win this thing if he can. Down the back straightaway they go. Up front, Trey Mills, Cameron Caston run 1, 2, nose to tail. Good looking action behind them. Almost 3 wide for the transfer spot.
3 wide, just about. Brent Carter has it. Tyler Berry, Scott Neff on the outside looking in, as well as Tucker Anderson. But back up front, it's Trey Mills getting the 2 sticks in the air. 2 more trips around heat race number 5. Kaysen going to look for the move down the back straightaway. White flag will be out.
Yeah, Kaysen going to dive down to the inside. Slider engaged. He'll take the race lead momentarily. Trey Mills going to cross him back over the work into 1 and 2. Side by side, little contact down the back straightaway. Trey Mills going to protect from the slider. Kaysen's there. They'll race off of turn number 4 for the race win. It's Trey Mills. Cameron Kaysen second. The battle for third, Tyler Berry.
Tyler Berry in the 500 will hold off Brent Carter, but Trey Mills hanging on to pick up the win. That was a slice and dice fest right there in heat race number 5. Should have 1 more heat race coming up right after this one.
Yeah, very entertaining at heat race number 5. Again, the winner tonight, if you're just joining us, $1,500 on the line, $500 for second, $300 for third. Almost more than the modifieds make in real life at the Fairbury Speedway. So nice little payday right there. Again, thanks to Blake Matjoulis, Evan C., and of course Cruz, Pedregon, Esports, the title sponsor. A lot of money given out. And I know we got some contingency sponsors for 25th, going to get a wrap, so on and so forth. So a lot of good stuff to give away here tonight in this second annual Giveback Classic as we're ready for our sixth and final heat race.
Sixth and final heat race out on the Speedway. Once again, 10 more drivers. Top 3 will transfer. Carl Kilgore, Mike Augustine will be row number 1. Corey Roberts, Leo Pena, row number 2. Ryan Flatten, James Braswell. Matt George, Ian Logan at row number 4, and Austin Piper, Cole McCubbin at row number 5. Final heat race of the night, Mike. It's gone by pretty quickly.
Yeah, it definitely has. I'm glad to see that. Wonder if heat races could go this fast in real racing. Probably not. Probably not. But now we run a tight ship here at the Fairbury Speedway. We're doing a great job here tonight. Congratulations to all the drivers that made the top 60 is heat race number 6, set and ready to go. Kilgore and Augustine going at it. Whoa, top to bottom, we may have a big one up front. We're going to stay green, and I believe out front is going to be Mike Augustine.
Mike Augustine hanging on to the race lead. They were beating and banging just for a minute there back behind him, but Augustine hangs on to the race lead. Corey Roberts up to second. Kilgore, the victim right there, falls from first to third here in the opening laps. 2 down, 8 to go. Heat race number 6, final heat race of the night.
Yeah, good battle shaping up for the race lead. Corey Roberts thinking about a slide job. He's going to stay on the high side, tuck underneath Mike Augustine. Now he's going to look to the inside. We'll see if he throws a slide job. He does indeed. Corey Roberts, slide job engaged for the race lead here in heat race number 6. Good racing action up front.
Racing heating up because Carl Kilgore knocking on the door as well to make this a 3-car dance for the race lead. Top 3 are the transfer spots, and they've kind of driven away from everybody else. And they're racing all right there together. Race for the lead. Augustine has it. Roberts, Kilgore won it.
Yeah, good battle. The top 3 throw a blanket over them. We'll see what kind of moves are made in the late stages of the 6th and final heat race. As we race down the front straightaway again, Corey Roberts just trying to time it just right. You see him get off the corner number 2 there. We'll see if he throws a slider. He decides not to. Mike Augustine, Corey Roberts, Carl Kilgore putting on a show here in heat 6.
Right along with Corey Roberts in the in-car cam right now, looking for a way around down the back straightaway around your race leader to be through to go at the line. 2 more trips around for Corey Roberts to make something happen. Here he comes.
Yeah, he's got him engaged. Slider engaged. Looks like he's going to take the race lead. Augustine looking to cross him back over. Down the back straightaway they go. Big slider from Mike Augustine. We'll see if Roberts got the momentum off the top side. Down the front straightaway. One wave of the white flag. Bring us home, Tommy Rowe.
White flag in the air. Final race of the night. Side by side down the back straightaway. Roberts on the bottom. Augustine on the top. Here comes Kilgore. It's going to be Augustine with a drag race at the line.
Great heat race right there. Augustine, Roberts, Kilgore holds on for third after he got into the wall on lap number 1. But heat race of the night is the 6th and final heat race. Congratulations to Mike Augustine picking up the win here in heat race number 6.
D-Main getting ready to roll out onto the Speedway up next. First top 6 will transfer over to the C, and we'll take 6 from the C to the B and 6 from the B to the A. So 12 laps will be the distance. Going to try to load up the trading paints one more time, see what happens. See if we can't get some logos on some race cars to possibly sell some t-shirts or something for these guys. Good grief. I'm trying to help them out here, and it's not working.
Hey, I want to give a special shout out to Corey Roberts. Corey, I believe, is our youngest driver on the team. I think he's maybe 13 years old, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a big moment for that kid. I'm excited to see what he does in the future.
So it'll be Lance Heinberger, Lincoln Martin at row number 1, Charlie Metford. Ian Logan, row number 2, Nick Story, Cole Younger, Elijah Johnson, Evan Simone, Travis Wellman, Austin Piper, John Darby, Pat Arsman, Stephen Assett, Blaine Johnson, Cole McCubbin, and Bryson Banks rounding out the field here in our D main. Once again, top 6 drivers will transfer over to the C. D mains can usually get pretty feisty.
Yes. That's all I can respond is yes. Yes, they do. We'll see what happens here. Tip of the hat to Corey Roberts' mom, 13-year-old, letting him stay up. It's a school night, so tip of the hat, moms out there. Thanks for letting him stay up. We're ready to go. Green flag's out. This one should be fun.
12 laps to distance. Top 6 transfer. Lincoln Martin gonna pull out to the race lead. That's Heinberger second. Charlie Mefford here in the D main running third. And then the battle is on 4th, 5th, and 6th. Look out with the slider right there.
Yeah, Charging Charlie said he was going to put on a show here tonight at Falls. Track really starting to slick off, and things are starting to get good as they're racing all over the speedway. 3 wide, I believe that's for the 5th spot back there. Ian Logan, Elijah Johnson, and Nick Story. Good racing action. The Lake and Martin showing the way. But the battle right now, I believe, Elijah Johnson, Nick Story, and Cole Younger back there battling for trying to get through this soup.
Racing hard for the transfer spot back here as we are just a couple of laps into the D main. 9 to go. Take a look and see what happened here on the replay.
We'll have to check that out as a pace truck gets pulled out there, and that's pretty cool. A lot of drivers supporting this event, and a lot of customers. So congratulations to everybody that was a part of this event, especially the top 60 that made it in. These guys are racing hard for position. Is looking at the replay now, and
a lot of great sponsors coming on board. You can see them down there on the right-hand side of your screen. Hunt the Front Gaming, Fairbury Speedway, Chicken Bone Alley Podcast, just a few to name. Team VLR, Matjoulis-Seay Speedshop, of course, the host of the event, Spartan Transportation, of course, Cruz, Pedregon, Esports, the title sponsor. Thank him very much for all he's done for the event here tonight. Nonetheless, green flag is back out. D main underway.
yeah, back underway. Lake and effort slipped up a little bit. It's going to cost him, but a good battle for the race lead. Heinberger and Lake and Martin going at it, and to the front is still Heinberger, but here comes Lake and Martin at 9. He looks strong. Excuse me, Heinberger at 9. He looks strong.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is
Heinberger looking for the lead, and the caution comes out. This is going to be frustrating as the driver because you're trying to gain as many spots as possible, and laps are ticking away.
Yeah, a couple of cars got together. Poor, looks like 33 just lost it there going into turn number 4. I think that's Cole McCubbin. McCubbin just lost it, collected a couple of cars. I want to send a big shout out to Schaeffer's Racing Oil. Schaeffer's Racing Oil is on board this year as well.
Yeah, Schaeffer's Oil been a great long-time supporting sponsor of sim racing at Team VLR and all kinds of things we do. The title sponsor of the Spring Fling every year, the biggest iRacing dirt event happens every year in the spring. Nonetheless, green flag back out. Take number 3 of the D main.
Yeah, we'll see if Lance Heinberger can get her going in car number 9. He's got something cooking on the top side of the speedway. Good battle as they head into turns 3 and 4. Heinberger on the top side. They're about dead even for the race.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution
Cars
is out.
crashing in the back once again.
Caution, breeding cautions here in the... this one may be Medford. We'll take a look and see what happened.
Yeah, looks like a pair of 3 cars got together. I believe Charlie may have got into the other 3. Caution out.
Yeah, Charlie in the 113 on my screen. Probably not the car he's running, but gets turned around right there as well as a couple of other cars. Nonetheless,
Yeah, I believe he got into Barrett Bishop right there.
so tough break for Medford. Going to have a long way to go. Still running, but he's way back there. He's going to have to make up a lot of positions and not very much time.
Yeah, tip of the cap to number 9, Lance Heinberger and Lake and Martin. They're putting on a good show up front. Probably hoping to get some green flag laps in here and transfer out of this thing.
Get them racked and stacked once again. They're going to go with a double file restart once again. We'll see how long they go before they go single file. That is something that the iRacing admins usually do. Nonetheless, green flag back out. And Lake and Martin back on the gas.
So top 6 to the C. We'll see what happens. The 20 will drive her in deep as they work off a turn. Number 2 down the back straightaway. The 9 of Heinberg going to show the way, bringing the 21 now. That's Johnson along with him. Johnson looking for second.
Elijah Johnson on the top shelf of the racetrack, looking for way around your race leader, Lance Heinberger, now, as their 1, 2, 3, 4 race for the transfer back here. Austin Piper, Nick Story. Piper in the 19, running in 6th, looking for 5th now.
Yeah, good battle right there. Story, Piper, and Younger now secure in that 4th spot. He was involved in that last crash, but good to see him back at the 4th. Good racing action for the lead. Now here comes Eliza Johnson in on your race leader, Lance Heinberger, as they battle. Top 4 look good. Good battle for 5th as well.
That 6th spot, that is a dangerous position to be in right now, because John Darby in the 60 car trying to make it 4 wide for the 6th place transfer spot. John Darby now finds himself 1 spot behind Nick Story for the transfer spot. Darby up 6 positions, but the checkered flag is out. Darby will not make it.
Yep, top 6. Congratulations in the show. They'll go to the C main. And, boy, that was a good racing action. The top 4 were securely in, but they were 3, 4 wide coming for that 5th and final transfer spot. So congratulations to everyone that made it in to the C as we get ready to go.
Probably wanted to see a few less cautions right there to get some laps in, but nonetheless, we're moving on to the C main. 15 laps to distance. Top 6 will transfer to be Matthew Selby, Keaton Holler, row number 1. Jared Jones, Leo Pena, row number 2. Dale Ward, Landon Graham, row number 3. Joseph Joyner, Bob Klein, row number 4. Tucker Anderson, Matt George, Matthew Catania, Howard Weaver in row number 6. And your D main transfers: Lance Heinberger, Elijah Johnson, Lincoln Martin, Cole Younger, Austin Piper, and Nick Story.
Hey, Tommy, I believe we're going to delay this for a few seconds to try to let you refresh your iRacing to see if we can get the trade and paints working.
That would be wonderful.
He said if we need more than 3 minutes, let him know, okay?
10-4.
I just want to take a second to thank all the sponsors involved with this race. There's a lot of people that really helped us out behind the scenes, also that helped along with the payout. Anytime you have a $3,000 to win or $3,000 purse, it takes a lot of people to do this. So I just want to take a second and thank all them. First off, Cruz Pedregon Racing. Cruz, thank you for being involved. I know you're watching right now. It's getting a little rowdy in these B mains and C mains, so we appreciate what you're doing for us.
You need more time.
Chicken Bone Alley, David Rogers. Yeah, just about another minute. David Rogers with Chicken Bone Alley, Brian with Spartan Transportation, IROC TV, Chad Wheeler. Chad Wheeler's putting up a bonus for the highest finishing WR1, and also a $500 bonus for someone who wins the 2nd annual Matjoulis-Seay Giveback Classic with the WR1 simulator. There's a handful of guys that have them in the field, so I hope that Chad has to spend that money. Fairbury Speedway, Matt Curl, Jeff with IracingIflag. There's been a lot of cautions in these last ones, and a few of these guys could use the IracingIflag device. It would definitely help them out. Sweet Victory Apparel, Jenna, my other half, she does a lot for me. She allows me to be on here. And then everybody else with VLR, John Darby, Tommy Rowe, everybody behind the scenes at CFM, Team CFM Esports. It means a lot to me, and we're excited, just getting it going, and hopefully Tommy's got working on the broadcast for you guys to hopefully get the trade and paints working.
I'm loading it back up right now. I don't know what happened. We've been practicing all day, and Trading Paints just decides, you know what? It's a STEM game still.
Technology, man, gets the best of us. Tommy, they said about 35 more seconds. Is that okay with you, or do you need another minute? I'm going to go tell them to give us another 30 more seconds. Howard Weaver in this B main. What do you guys think is going to happen? What do you think? What do you think, Mr. Mike Norris?
Well, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what he does. I don't know the whole story about what happened, but I guess I'm glad to have him back. I saw him at again at Charlotte, and I asked him if he was doing any racing. He just kind of smiled. So yeah, it'll be fun to see who can move up through here. And you got Joyner in there as well. Hunt the front guys. They were live talking about it, so should be a good race and get her going.
We're having a little difficulty still with trading paints. Not exactly sure.
I'm not sure what's going on with trading paints. I've loaded it so many times. It's loaded up now. It should be working. But nonetheless, C-Main getting ready to go here at the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop Giveback Classic. Be 12 laps to distance. Top 6 will transfer. Gonna try this one more time.
Like we are going green.
Going green. Not gonna be able to try it this time.
Yeah, it looks like they're going green. Selby and Holder front, but looks like Selby show the way. Here comes Holder diving down to the inside. Good battle. They're going to work side by side off of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Selby working that high side, showing the way. Ooh, a little love tap from third running Jarrett Jones, but we're keeping them straight here through the first couple laps.
Top 6 will transfer. It's Selby, your race leader. Keaton Holder, Jarrett Jones. The top 3, Leo Pena, Dale Ward, Bob Klein, and the caution will come out.
Yeah, a couple of cars got together. Looks like 23 and 30 back there get together. Caution out.
Top 6 once again will transfer as we're a lap or so into the C-Main. Apologize for the trading paints and whatever issues that's going on. It's Selby out in front being scored as the 46 on my screen. Obviously, probably not his number. Keaton Holder second, Jarrett Jones in third. I promise you, Logan, it's been clicked Control R 46 times.
So we'll get them lined up here in the C-Main.
Like you're back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
To compete for that second spot. And then Pena, Ward, Graham, Klein, and Joseph Jr. Again, you said top 6. Is that correct?
Top 6 will transfer over. Selby, the race leader.
So 6 will go C to B, and then we'll transfer them out of the B to the Giveback Classic. Again, paying $1,500 to win, $500, $300, and so on and so forth. Should be a fun A-main. Taking a little bit to get there. We apologize, but we are set and ready to go again. Once again, off of turn number 4, Tommy Rowe. Selby and Holder up front. Here we go.
Here we go. 12 laps to scheduled distance. Selby going to lead them back down into turn number 1 and 2. Once again, side by side for third. Here comes Keaton Holder on the outside, looking for the race lead now.
Yeah, Holder's got a nice strong line in 97. Slider engaged. He's going to throw it as they work into turns 1 and 2. And that's Selby going to cross him back over down the back straightaway they go. They're going to work side by side. Selby again will dive to the inside, Holder to the outside. Off turn number 4. And Good racing action for the race lead. Here comes Holder and Selby duking it out here in the C-Main.
Gloves are off here in the C-Main race for the lead. Selby will cross Holder up once again down the front straightaway. Holder on the outside. That's Jarrett Jones in third. Leo Pena, Landon Graham, Dale Ward hanging on to the sixth and final transfer spot with Joseph Joyner knocking on the door.
Caution is out.
I be racing the night. Oh, where's James Essex when you need him? We need a little PSG right there. And unfortunately, wave of the yellow flag comes out. See if we can figure out what happened.
May have been towards the back. Take a look back here. This Nick Story and the Lake and Martin getting together, bringing out the caution. Just a slight quick of the giddy up right there, but nonetheless, caution is out. 7 to go here in the C main. Top 6 transfer over to the B main. Last chance qualifier of the night. Matthew Selby in the good spot right now in position number 1. Keaton Holder, Jarrett Jones, Leo Pena, Landon Graham, Dale Ward. Your 6 transfers at the moment. Joseph Joyner 1 spot out in position number 7. Hey, I think I may have some cars showing.
All right, that's good news, right?
That's very good news.
Hopefully we got it fixed here. It's got a B and an A still to come. But I think we got a good dance at the front of the field. Selby and Holder as we get ready to go back to green. Looks like maybe next time by. Looks like maybe they catching up to the pace car.
Catching up to the pace car?
Okay.
Possibly.
Yeah, a little new to this iRacing thing here, so there they are.
You do get those fun iRacing glitches sometimes where the pace truck pulls in and never comes back out, or vice versa. It's happened on the broadcast once or twice before. It's what makes it a sim.
Yeah. Or trading paints doesn't work. That happens.
That's right. They run default, regular-looking paint schemes with nothing on them. I'm sure their sponsors love it.
We need to ask Fergie if we got a 50-50 here tonight. The announcer's thirsty.
Uh-oh.
If I could bring you one over there right now, Mike, I would.
What's the drink of choice?
Always Busch Light. Come on now.
There you go.
We're going back to green. Here we go.
Green flag is back out. That'll be Holder in the 97 car. Going to slide Selby. Selby going to cross him back over for the race lead. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Coming around 6 down, 6 to go. Halfway home. Holder looking for the lead once again. Caution is out.
Howard Weaver just destroyed Hunt the front. There may be some death threats coming towards Howard Weaver right now.
Oh no. Let's take a look and see what happens. Howard Weaver running right there on the bottom. Joseph Joyner in the 10. Howard Weaver hits the tire, and then Joseph Joyner goes around, nowhere to go, and the caution comes out. Tough break. Hunt the front. They're going to have a lot of hunting to do now.
Kevin Weaver. Howard Weaver.
Except for Howard Weaver runs the inside tires. Kevin Weaver will rip the fence down.
Yeah, absolutely. Mr. 300 at Falls.
So it's Matthew Selby, Keaton Holder. Jarrett Jones in the 45. Leo Pena back there as well. Dale Ward, Landon Graham. Coming back to the green. Not this time.
We have a little bit of a box showing on the broadcast. Tommy at the top. It's like the iRacing screen isn't large enough.
Yeah, I'm having an issue with that. That's the whole. It's issues everywhere.
Way coming back to green. Here we go. Selby going to jump out to the race lead. Him and Keaton, the Holder, had quite the spirited battle for the race lead. Right now, down the back straightaway, good battle for that third spot. Here comes Jarrett Jones and Leo Pena going at it. Good battle for the race lead. Good battle. They're almost 3-4 wide almost for the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th spot. This one's heating up again here at Falls. The battle for the race lead. Here comes Matthew Selby.
Matthew Selby in the 46 going to slide in front of the 97, but Keaton Holder not going to make that last for long. He'll slide back in front of the lead. They're just crossing each over up here up front. Race for the lead once again. Here comes Selby on the bottom. Going to slide up in front of the 97. 97 crossing back down the hill.
Keaton Holder going to go back to the race lead. A little bit of give and take up front. Matthew Selby and Keaton Holder going at it. It allows Jarrett Jones to gather them in. Good battle for the lead as they race to the line. Selby with 1 to go. But here comes Keaton Holder. Tommy Rowe bring us home here in C-Main.
Slider Fest here in the C-Main. Matthew Selby in the 46. Keaton Holder in the 97 at a turn number 4. Selby's going to hold him off. Keaton Holder will pick up 2nd. There's Jarrett Jones, Matthew Catania in 4th. Leo Pena, Dale Ward rounding out the top 6.
Yeah, good racing action right there. Congratulations to Matt Selby as he picks up the C-Main win. We'll head to the B-Main. Catch our breath after that one.
Catch your breath, and then you'll take 6 of the final drivers to qualify for the 2nd annual Matjoulis-Seay Giveback Classic. It'll be Kyler Bruce, Aaron Brumbelow, inside-outside row number 1. Joey Lamb, Coy Viles, and row number 2, probably butchering that name. Brent Carter, James Braswell, row number 3. Brandon Marlowe, Cody Nevin. Barrett Bishop, Mason Peschke round out row number 5. Scott Neff, Ryan Flatten in row number 6. Tyler Burrow, James Klassen, row number 7. Matthew Selby, Keaton Holder, row number 8. Jarrett Jones, Matthew Catania, row number 9. And Leo Pena, Dale Ward, row number 10. So Kyler Bruce going to have command of the field right here. That's a name we don't call very often, Chris.
He went to get hydrated.
He's going to look for one of those Busch lattes for you.
Oh, please. I could use one right now. So far, I've had a. You ever had a spotted cow from New Glarus up in Wisconsin?
No, I don't think I've ever had a drink with the word cow in it.
Well, up in Wisconsin, New Glarus has got a great brewery. They've got a good beer called Spotted Cow. I drove one of those over here, and then I had another Apple Busch Light from last summer, so I gotta take care of it as well. Kyler Bruce, Aaron Brummel.
Green flag, green
Battle, here we go. The B-Main, who's going to the Giveback Classic?
Brumbelow kind of jumbled up on the start right there, allows Kyler Bruce to just kind of run away and hide. Meanwhile, race for a second is a hornet's nest right now. About 7 or 8 different drivers have a shot.
Had a car hard into the wall. Looks like the caution flag does come out. Not sure who it was, but one driver got hard into the wall. Cautioning.
Maybe Matthew Catania back here in the tail end of the field in the 318 car. We'll take a look. Oh, he catches the 22 out of nowhere, and around goes Catania in the 18. Not sure who that was in the 22. Mason Peschke turn around, catches Catania in the 318. Well, we've got 1 lap on the board of scheduled 4:15. Kyler Bruce, we'll see if he can't get that restart like he just had. Brumbelow going to have another shot at it on the outside.
Yeah, they got jumbled up on the initial start as we work through this B-Main. Lamb, and then Carter, Braswell Jr., Marlowe all trying to get in the show. How many they transfer, Tommy?
Top 6, final 6 of the night here in the B-Main. So Braswell will be the man on the bubble right now. Green flag is back out. B-Main back away here at Falls.
Good racing action. Joey Lamb going to dig down to the inside, try to take that second spot away. Oh, man, they tried to go 4 wide. That didn't work. And a lot of guys in a transfer spot. We'll see if we stay green.
Oh, my gosh.
I think we're trying. I think we are going to stay green. Out front of this one is Kyler Bruce. Somehow we stayed green. And Brumlow and Braswell Jr. top 3. Now caution.
And the caution comes out now. Boy, that was an aggressive move from Velez right there in the 17 to kind of start that mayhem that was caused right there. But nonetheless, Take a back and look and see at the caution right here. See what happened.
Looks like Arlo got turned around. But Cody Nevin and Marlowe got together, maybe?
The 37 car, Brandon Marlowe, gets turned around right there. Cody Nevin as well, like you mentioned. Good eye. See, you're figuring this iRacing stuff out pretty quick.
Well, I'd like to take partial credit, but no, Austin Friedman's. I'm at his apartment watching it or
All right,
broadcasting
man.
it, so
Like
I
the
got
back
to
on the
thank
pace car. We're not
I
going.
got to thank Austin Friedman. So he's helping me out here tonight. Make
We got-
sure to check him out on the racetrack. He'll be ripping around Falls in that modified. He's still looking for his first win. He got qualified him all year last year. He's learning how to race week after week. He's going to get his first win this year, I think.
He's got a big race party coming up too, right?
Absolutely, 2 weeks away over in Pontiac, Illinois.
So it's been all Kyler Bruce in the 31 out front thus far. Looking for some green flag laps here in the B main. Once again, top 6 drivers will transfer. It'll be Bruce and Brumbelow side by side on the restart once again. James Braswell, Brent Carter, and row number 2. As we get ready to go back green one more time.
Top 6 will go to the A main. We'll see if we can get some laps in here. Get Bruce, Brumbelow, Braswell, and Carter. Top 6 to the A main. And
All
we're
right, man.
gonna
Caution
stack
is
up
out.
there in the
Caution
back.
is out.
We're going to stay green.
And the caution will come out.
Now the caution.
You can sense the urgency with a lot of these guys. They're driving a little bit over their heads, but you know they're just trying to get in for this main event, man. It's prestigious, man. I could feel the tension in the air.
They're definitely racing hard. I'd hate to be in the 7th or 8th, even the 6th or 5th spot at this point. So
Didn't make it very far there.
No one's safe.
you ever been in a B main during the PDC? You could probably talk us through it there, Chris Ferguson, haven't you?
I did last year. I had to run Max Blair down and throw a slider on him, and then hold off Ryan Gustin for the B main win. And I tell you what, there's no other track that you're on the wheel, elbows up on it like you are at Fairbury when it's on the cushion and it's fast like it is in the B mains on that Saturday during the day.
Yeah, they make sure to keep that thing pretty tacky throughout the weekend. At least they try to. So as we get ready to go back to green, fingers crossed, Kyler Bruce and Brumbelow gets a good start. Here we go.
Green flag is back out in the air. It'll be Bruce as your race leader. Brumbelow and Braswell race for second.
Yeah, Barrett Bishop digging around the inside. Just as I say that, I think a car's flipping back there, but boy, oh boy, Barrett Bishop on the move in
All right,
3.
man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
And the caution out on the speedway once again.
Tyler Burrow was having a great run. The 58-year-old iRacer come out of retirement for this race and was actually up to around 7th. And I'm not sure if he forgot to take his meds tonight, but he ends up on his lid and out of the feature.
He took them.
Not sure what happened though.
Yeah, looks like the 96 and the 2. I think he just turned down a little too sharp. A couple of cars coming up the track got into him.
Nonetheless, Kyler Bruce, your race leader. Brumbelow, Braswell, Bishop, Blaze in the 17, and Selby from the C main has made himself into a transfer spot as well.
Yeah, driver will keep our eye on that car number 46. Good run for Selby from the C, doing a little alphabet soup. Congratulations to him. We'll see if he can finish it off here in the B and transfer to this Giveback Classic again. Big shout out to Cruz, Pedregon, Esports as the title sponsor here tonight.
There's a little drama with Barrett Bishop and Matt Selby in that heat race. There's no telling what's going to happen here.
Yeah, I can't imagine what's going to happen here on the last lap. If you're running in 6th place, you better just hold tight and pucker it up and hope you make her in.
Racked and stacked on the back straightaway. Should be getting ready to go back green right here to turn number 4. To be a 10-lap shootout. Calabrese, Aaron Brumbelow as your race leaders. Green flag is back out. B-Main back underway.
Yeah, Bruce Bumbelow. Bumbelow didn't get the start he wanted. Here comes Braswell Jr. now, trying to shuffle Brumbelow back. A couple of cars down on the inside. That's Cody Lies, I believe, in car number 17, working through there. Good racing action for third.
Good race for third as Bruce still shows the way. Then it's Braswell. And there's still a race happening for third. Velez in the 17. About 4 wide right behind him. Matthew Selby in the picture along with the 15 of Ryan Flatten racing for the 6th and final transfer spot.
Oh, man, the 17 got shape collected several cars. And the caution going to come out once again. I believe Velez got sideways, might have caught Selby in that one.
Velez in the 17 gets a little help from possibly the 01 of Brumbelow, but gets turned around, collects a couple of other cars with him as well.
Well, this track's definitely really widening out as they're trying to find traction all over the place. I saw some guys run on the bottom, but some of the guys taking different lines on that high side as well.
Once again, 7 to go in the B-Main. Top final 6 drivers of the night trying to transfer their way in. Kyler Bruce, James Braswell, your top 2 drivers. Aaron Brumbelow, Barrett Bishop, the top 4. Ryan Flatten, Brent Carter now in the man on the bubble in the 6th spot. That is the 6th and final transfer spot. Green flag is back out. It'll be 7 to go for Kyler Bruce in the 31.
Yeah, smart move there. We restart him single file.
All right, man.
Let's see if
Caution
we
is
get
out.
it in
Caution is out.
as Bruce, Braswell, Brumbelow, and just as I say that, the caution comes back out. You said earlier, caution breeds cautions. It is doing that here tonight.
And the caution out once again. Maybe in James Klassen, possibly the cause of the latest caution right here. Six to go here in the last chance qualifier.
Yeah, they're headed down the back straightaway. Kyler Bruce, Braswell, Brumbelow, Bishop, Flatten, Carter. Looks like
Green flag,
yellow's
green
gone,
flag.
green's on. We're going back at it here in the B-Main.
Green flag is back out. 6 to go here for Calibers in the 31 cars. Your race leader, James Braswell, 2nd. And they're sliding for 3rd back here. That is Barrett Bishop, Brumbelow, and Ryan Flatten in the picture with Brent Carter as well. So the 6 drivers comfortably in. Jarrett Jones in the 45 on the outside looking in, looking for a way around 3 cars, 3 wide right in front of him.
Yeah, Brumbelow, Flatten, Carter, and Jones going
All right,
in
man,
and keep the
caution
holder
is
back
out.
there as
Caution is
well.
out.
So top 6 to the A-Main. It's crazy behind Barrett Bishop. And I believe the caution is out once again.
Another caution here in the B-Main, this time on Scott Neff, I do believe. We'll take a look and see what happens in Neff. Track's getting a little tricky to run up against the wall here at Falls. But Neff catches the tractor tire on the inside.
Oh, yeah, there it is. A little love tap after that as well.
Are those tractor tires mean in real life as they are in the game?
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Austin just smiled when as soon as he heard that, he smiled. And you hit him, and it's trust me, it's not good.
So getting down to the final few here. It'll be a 3-lap shootout for Kyler Bruce. Going to restart single file, I do believe. Yep, they're going to double him back up. Once again, it'll be James Braswell now on the front row.
Well, take a deep breath, strap in, hold on. What do you have? Top 6 to the Giveback Classic. Who's it going to be? This is going to be a fun final couple of laps. Who are going to be the final 6? It'd be a good time to be up front of this one. Here we go, back to green.
Caleb Bruce leading down the back straightaway. They're 3 wide for position number 3 back here. That's the 69 of Brent Carter on the bottom of the speedway, trying to make sure he's in the show as he's running it for 3rd right now, alongside the 15 of Flatten, who's on the outside of the speedway.
All right, man.
Carter
Caution is
doing
out.
a fine
Caution is out.
job running in that 3rd spot. A couple other cars go down there to join him, and the caution comes back out. Every time I talk, the caution comes out, Tommy Rowe. So maybe I'll just shut up and let you finish this thing off.
Absolutely not. This is your racetrack, and I would never tell you to shut up. If they're just wrecking, it's their fault.
Oh, man. Bruce, Braswell, Flatten, Carter. Carter's got a good run down there on that inside. Looking good. And car 69, he's looked good down on the inside. Barrett Bishop, boy, he's had about everything. He's still in a transfer spot. 6 out of the B2, the Giveback Classic. Again, want to thank Cruz, Pedregon, Esports, our title sponsor.
Well, 2 to go here in the B main of the Giveback Classic.
Green flag's back out.
Green
Here
flag,
we
green flag.
go. Caleb Bruce, Braswell, and the 15 of Flatten. Flatten going to dive down to the inside now. He's going to have to try to stay inside that top 6. He's got something cooking down on the inside. Here comes Ryan Flatten in the late stages. White flag's out. 1 to go. Tommy Rowe.
Caleb Bruce on the outside of the racetrack trying to hang on to the race lead. Ryan Flatten on the bottom, looking for 2nd over Braswell. It'll be Bruce on the top. Ryan Flatten going to take home 2nd. Braswell 3rd, Barrett Bishop, Brent Carter, Jarrett Jones will round out your 6 final transfers for the Matjoulis-Seay Speedshop Giveback Classic. Caleb Bruce pretty strong, led the entire 8 or 9 restarts we had. Looked very good right there in the B main, Mike.
Yes, sir, he did. In car number 31, Braswell comes home 2nd, just snipped Flatten. So, yeah, interesting, entertaining B main there, but top 6 definitely deserve to be in the Giveback Classic, and we are set and ready to go with our A main. It's been a fun night so far. We've seen some darn good racing, and got a lot of great drivers in this. I know we got a lot of great contingency sponsors as well. I think somebody's going to get a wrap, hard luck, hard charger, all kinds of good stuff, right?
Absolutely. Got all kinds of great awards. Going to take a quick break right quick. Going to come back with the main event. Going to restart to give us a better view. I know the view is small and kind of sucks, so I'm going to kind of give us a better view for the main event. Just kind of waiting for that warm-up to happen. And we'll come back with a main event coming up here in just a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully everything is working now. Got the ticker up, got the paints up, I do believe. And we are getting ready to go main event racing, $1,500 on the line. Here in tonight's main event, got the voice of the Fairbury American Legion Speedway, Mr. Mike Norris, in the house with us as well, getting ready to call all the action. Mike, we've seen some pretty good racing thus far.
Yeah, we have. Hopefully typical of the Fairbury Speedway. Usually there's always good racing at Fairbury Speedway, and Falls has produced so far. Hopefully we have a thriller here tonight for $1,500 in this second annual Giveback Classic. Again, I think Cruz, Pedregon, Esports are title sponsor.
6 heat races, 3 last chance qualifiers. Started with over 100 drivers. We've got Howard Weaver up here in the booth, and he's probably on a Hunt the Front wanted list right about now. Howard, you got some splaining to do, Lucy.
Yeah, and that C main or whatever it was, it looked like Joseph Joyner just got a little loose and came down into me and knocked me into those infield tires, and they didn't move like real life. So I want to apologize to their fans for his move there, but I feel like if that had happened, we had a good chance of getting in the show tonight. But for my first race in over a year, I'm pretty happy with it.
Well, it is now time. Getting ready to grid up 75 laps. Getting ready to go here at the Fairbury American Legion Speedway. 24 drivers. This is how they will line up for that main event. Road number 1 on the inside. In the 48 car, there'll be Dylan Yeager with outside the 157. It's Drew Hopkins, Ethan Toder, Travis St. Clair line up inside, outside row number 2. Trey Mills, the future, line up on the inside of row number 3 alongside Mike Augustine. Jesse and Turkin on the inside of row number 4 alongside Scott Fritz, Colton Zimmer, Brandon Freeberg in row number 5. Cameron Kaysen, Corey Roberts in row number 6. Robbie Buchanan, James Gilpin in row number 7. Jacob Harbert, Nick Baum in row number 8. Tyler Berry, Carl Kilgore in row number 9. Kyler Bruce, James Braswell, row number 10. Ryan Flatten, Barrett Bishop in row number 11. And your 12th and final row, Brent Carter, Jarrett Jones. 24 drivers, Mike. Somebody's getting ready to drive away with $1,500 at the end of this thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I know Dylan Yeager was the talk. He could be one to take that $1,500, and here he is sitting on the pole. And Trey Mills, another guy had my eyes on. Good to see Jesse Enterkin. Jesse Enterkin, again, congratulations, a brand new father, sporting Hunt the Front here tonight as well. We'll see if anybody can come from the back to the front. I know some other awards to give out. A 25th finisher, the Hard Luck Award winner gets something as well. So a lot of things to give out here tonight, including the $1,500 to win top prize, $500 for second, $300 for third, all part of the Giveback Classic, thanks to Matjoulis-Seay.
And we are going green.
And the turn number 4, green flag is out. The 48 car. Gonna lead him down the back straightaway as you race later. The 157 of Hopkins in pursuit. Here comes that 23 car of Ethan Toder on the bottom of the speedway.
Yeah, Toder going to work the bottom of the speedway, ducks underneath of Hopkins for the second spot. Now going to set his sights on Dylan Yeager. They were working the top side of the speedway. Now it's transitioned to the bottom. Good side-by-side battle for the second spot. Toder and Hopkins going at it with St. Clair and Mills in the rear view mirror. But out front, no surprise. Dylan Yeager showing the way in the 48.
Good race for second. Now as Ethan Toder finds himself around Drew Hopkins to move up his position. Trey Mills sitting in 4th right behind those 2 drivers. And on the outside, that is Travis St. Clair running the top shelf of the speedway here early at Falls.
Yeah, St. Clair trying to get it done. As he works to the outside. Good battle, I believe. Trey Mills and Drew Hopkins going at it. Up front, Dylan Yeager showing the way. Toder and Hopkins work through the middle of the speedway, but then St. Clair up on that top side. Good battle for 4th as they come off with their number 4.
Yeager up front's kind of driven away from everybody else right now. Race right now for 4th, 5th, and 6th is really good back here. Jesse and Turkin and Hunt the Front's knocking on the door for a top 5. He'll slide up in the middle around the 13 of St. Clair. Race for 5th is really good.
Yeah, it is. Good side-by-side battle again off of turn number 4. Down Broadway, they battle. Enterkin in 1. 13 of St. Clair going at it. Looks like Jesse Enterkin going to win that battle. Cars work through the middle of the speedway. We'll see if the track transitions just a little bit. Oh, and St. Clair lost a little bit. And a couple of cars lost position back there as Dylan Yeager continues to lead the Giveback class.
And the caution will come out for the first time here in the main event. Maybe Jacob Harpert's going to be the cause of the IracingIflag caution. Take a look and see what happened back here in the 80 machine.
Looks like a chain reaction. Cars got
and a couple of cars in front of him does get together, and Harpert's nowhere to go. Turned around.
Yep, right place at the wrong time.
Tough break. 10 laps down of the 75-lap main event. Dylan Yeager has led from the jump, followed by the Ethan Tudor in the 23 car. Jesse and Turkin up a couple of spots into the top 5 in that one machine. Looking pretty good thus far. That's still a long way to go. 75 laps. That's a long time here at Falls.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure that track's going to transition. Running in the middle of the speedway, we've seen some guys work to the top side of the speedway, and you never know, maybe that bottom will come back in by the end of it. So should be entertaining. We'll see if anybody's got anything for Dylan Yeager. Boy, he's looked pretty strong in the front of the field. Good run for second running Ethan Toder, and then Hopkins, Mills, and Enterkin. So your top 5 pretty strong. It'll be interesting to see if anybody can run down Dylan Yeager.
Dylan Yeager in that 48 VLR NLRA machine out there on the speedway, showing the way. Ethan Toder in the 23 Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop. Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop offering a bonus for the driver that runs the highest with their logo on the car.
Definitely like that. Anytime you can go out and get some sets anywhere, anybody that's watching along or following along with us, yeah, make sure this is a great incentive to get some sets from you guys and get into this race next year.
Lane choice. Dylan Yeager going to like to start on the outside of the speedway. That'll put Toder on the bottom. We'll see how that restart will be in effect. Drew Hopkins, Trey Mills back there, the inside, outside row number 2, coming back to green. A space truck is in. Green flag is back out. We are back underway here at Falls.
Yeah, working lap of 75 here tonight. Out front, Dylan Yeager, but here comes Toder. Toder going to dive down to the inside of Yeager. Can Toder take the race lead away from Yeager at the line? Still side by side, Yeager by half a cat's whisker.
Trey Mills right behind the top 2 drivers, knocking on the door, trying to find a way around both drivers, and Drew Hopkins as well. Mills, will he make it through the middle? Going to think twice before he does that, but still running right behind your top 2 drivers who are side by side now for the race lead. Dylan Yeager saw that restart vanish his lead away, and now finds himself in a fight for the race lead.
Yeah, here comes Trey Mills. We talked about him. Things are definitely picking up here at Falls. Dylan Yeager searching all over this quarter mile, trying to find the most traction. He continues to show the way, but here comes Trey Mills. Mills going to dig down to the inside of Toder. Good battle for that runner-up spot. We'll keep our eyes on that second spot. Toder through the middle. Mills a step lower, still out front Yeager, but he's got a couple of hungry dogs breathing down his neck for the lead.
Dylan Yeager trying to hang on to the race lead. All these drivers on the fixed setup, so everyone on the same setup. It's all about the driver here tonight, and Yeager's showing the way right now, but he's got to Ethan Toder right there beside him, trying to find his way around. Trey Mills in pursuit in third. Top 3 drivers right there together, less than 0.3 of a second. The difference. Mills will fall back just a little bit. That's Drew Hopkins, Jesse, and Turkin still the top 5, running single file.
Yeah, good run for him. Drew Hopkins in that 157, trying to be a part of this equation as well. Jesse and Enterkin in that one, right outside your top 4. It'll be Trey Mills third, Toder second. Dylan Yeager showing the way as things have calmed down, and Dylan Yeager has kind of stepped away from Toder and Mills.
Laps taken away here at Falls. 18 down. Long way to go. Coming around to click off lap number 19. 19 down of 75. Yeager out in front. Ethan Toder. Will he follow for long? He's right there. He has the opportunity to make the move. When will he make it? Caution comes out.
Yeah, just as Toder seemed to be picking up some steam. Again, he looked to the inside of Yeager. Couldn't make the move. But again, long green flag run and caution out.
Looking for the caution.
Jesse Enterkin's really been pressuring Drew. I'm pretty impressed by Jesse. I know he's turned more laps than anybody on the sim on fixed setups, so I think he's going to be a factor before the end of this race.
Jesse, another one of those sim racers that's been around a long time. Started in the DTR2 world with Team VLR and has worked his way through Hunt the Front and has turned himself into quite the late model driver in the real world as well.
Yes, he has. That's congratulations to Jesse. And those guys Hunt the Front, they were here for the Prairie Dirt Classic at the Fairbury Speedway a year ago, and yeah, it's always glad to see those guys at the Fairbury, and they've got a pretty good deal on YouTube right there as well. So make sure to follow Hunt the Front and all those guys, and see if Jesse can make a move towards the front of the field. Dylan Yeager looking pretty strong here tonight, though.
It's 20 down, 55 to go. That's a long time here at the Fairbury American Legion Speedway, Chris. What's the mindset? What are you thinking to make it 55 more laps?
You got to keep the spoiler on it. Everybody knows spoiler damage is big on iRacing, so these guys just need to make it another 20 laps, 30 laps before they really start pushing it.
Oh, Dylan Yeager back out in front as your race leader as the green flag is back out. Trey Mills takes over second momentarily, putting pressure on Ethan Toder now. And here comes Turkin on the bottom, almost 3 wide for second momentarily.
Yeah, Toder got shuffled up to the top side of the speedway. Thought maybe he was going to jump to that outside, but he's going to hold on for second now as he got pressure from Trey Mills. Mills falls back to third. Mills now going to jump to that top side, so maybe the waiting game's over. Still over 50 laps to go, but here comes Toder now to the outside. He's catching on to what Trey Mills was doing. So Yeager doesn't know really what's going on behind him now. Yeager goes to the high side. So track's starting to transition here as Trey Mills drives down to the inside of Toder. A slider, little give and take. Toder going to hold on for second.
Trey Mills still working the bottom of the speedway. Now he'll slide up in front of Toder and try to take over second. Toder crossing back down the hill and lead at the line, or still second at the line. Enterkin watching all this unfold right behind in position number 4. Mike Augustine's moved into the top 5, finds himself in a battle because Colton Zimmer out of nowhere in the 09 challenging for top 5.
Yeah, we keep our eyes on this battle for second. Mills and Toder going at it. Down to the inside again. Trey Mills crosses over Toder. Toder, the old crisscross applesauce. Anything you can do, I can do better. Will he go back to second? Trey Mills going to let him in. Do a little contact. No harm, no foul. The race into turn 3, off of turn 4. Mills and Toder putting on a show here in the Giveback Classic. All chasing Dylan Yeager.
And Turkin trying to find a way around both of them now. He has caught Trey Mills in position number 3, trying to hunt the front here at Falls. Yeager all out in front by himself, pulled away over a 2.5 lead now. Now they're almost 3 wide for a position number 2.
Yeah, good battle. Here comes Jesse Enterkin, as you mentioned. We'll see if he can work the bottom. No, now he's going to go back to that top side, so maybe not giving away all his secrets just yet, as Yeager really starting to put it on him. A good battle for second. Trey Mills now going to throw a slide job at Ethan Toder for the second spot. Toder going to let him go in. Mills going to slide high. Toder going to cross him over. Toder second. Mills third. Enterkin fourth. Entertaining battle at the front of the field as they all chase Dylan Yeager.
There's racing action all over the place. Trey Mills, Ethan Toder trading sliders for position number 2. Jesse Enterkin throwing his hat in the ring as well. Going to try to slide Mills. Not going to come all the way up to Speedway. Will remain side by side for third. And right behind them, Mike Augustine and Colton Zimmerman find themselves in a dogfight for position number 5. Brandon Freeberg on the outside of that top 5 as well in 7th.
Yeah, good run forward. Brandon Freeberg, the Illinois driver. As we go back up front, my eyes are on that second spot. Toder and Mills still going at it for that second spot. And Turkin running up right behind them in 4th. And Augustine holding on to the top 5 spot.
Dylan Yeager in a different area code. 2 seconds is the difference between him and first and second of Ethan Toder, who finds himself still fighting for second over Trey Mills. Toder's kind of pulled away by about a car length now. Mills will fall back comfortably in 3rd. Jesse and Turkins fell back a little bit in 4th. Mike Augustine and the best race on the racetrack right now for position number 6. Brandon Freeberg gets around Colton Zimmer. Now will challenge for a top 5 as he tries to run down Mike Augustine.
Good run for Brandon Freeberg. as he works into the top 5 as they work through lap traffic. Trey Mills trying to slip by Ethan Toder. We'll see if he tries to get over here to 3 and 4. Nope, going to stay on that outside as they kind of tiptoe through lap traffic as we approach the halfway point. 38, work lap 38, I should say. Apologies.
Give a shout out right now to position number 10 of Ryan Flatten. Started 21st, has moved up 11 spots. He's the hard charger right now, up to position number 10. So a strong run for Ryan Flatten in the 15. Looking for more as he has his sights set on Robbie Buchanan right in front of him in the 31. So good drive by Ryan Flatten.
Yeah, get a good look at Brandon Freeberg in that 171, kind of trying to shuffle through the field. Most cars right around the top side here at the Fairbury Speedway. Brandon Freeberg now going to dive down to the inside. How about a slide job? Good racing action back here amongst the top 5.
Augustine crosses Freeberg back over. That is racing for the top 5 spot right now for position number 5. Best battle of the Speedway. Here comes Freeberg once again. Augustine down the hill. They'll have a lap car right in front of him. That is the 11 of Gilpin. He'll stay tucked to the bottom.
Yeah, Freeberg and Augustine going at it. Freeberg again, another slide job. Got a crane case worth this time. Freeberg going to stay the high side. Augustine going to throw a slider of his own. Oh, and they're piling up behind him. The 09.
Caution is out.
Caution comes out. So
That may have saved Dylan Yeager because he had not passed 5 or 6. He rode 5 or 6 laps behind the leaders. Behind the lap cars and couldn't pass them.
Take a look and see what happened here on the replay. Freeberg slides up in front of Augustine, and then Zimmer gets into the back of Freeberg and causes a little bit of a pileup right there. He's not going to lose. See how many spots he actually does lose, because Freeberg able to keep it going. We'll see if he'll remain in the top 10 or not.
yeah, tough break for him, for Freeberg, as he's got a lot of damage on that 171 machine.
That's another bad thing about iRacing. You get the damage on the race car. It's that's a difference of quite a few tenths, is it not, Chris?
Yeah, it definitely makes a big difference. Luckily in iRacing, you're able to go in there and get a quick repair if you're if you're running towards the back, and in real life you can't do that, but it definitely helps out because typically speaking, when they knock the spoiler off, it's 2 or 3 tenths right off the bat.
I'm sure there's been a couple of Fairbury races in your past you would love to have a quick repair at.
Oh, 100%. I'd say pretty much every PDC that I've ever been.
Yeah, not too many guys charging from the back, finished with their spoiler looking halfway decent. So anytime you're running the top side, it falls. That spoiler's going to take a lot of damage.
So it's Dylan Yeager as your race leader. He'll elect to start on the outside once again. Bold strategy right there. Ethan Toder on the bottom. There's Trey Mills, Jesse and Turkin in the hunt to front. Number 1 on the outside of row number 2, Mike Augustine. And Brandon Freeberg, he didn't lose a spot. Going to restart on the outside of row number 3. So we should be getting ready to go back green out of turn number 4 next time. Yeager going to lead him on the outside.
Yeah, Freeberg's looked strong on that high side. We'll see if he can get anything going. And again, he got Augustine down to the inside. But as Chris mentioned, Yeager couldn't get by those lap cars. We'll see what happens here on the restart. See if Toder's got anything for him. There goes Mills down to the inside here on this restart. As he slides up in front of Interkin. Interkin's going to let him in. Mills and Interkin going at it. As here comes Toder now after your race leader, Dylan Yeager.
Ethan Toder in the 23 car. 30 laps to go here in the Matjoulis-Seay Speedshop Giveback Classic, presented by Cruz, Pedregon, Esports. Race for the lead. Here comes Toder on the inside, down the front straightaway.
Yeah, they're almost dead even at the stripe. Another slider as they work into turns 1 and 2. Going to give them some room down the back straightaway. Dylan Yeager showing the way, but here comes Ethan Toder. Under 30 laps to go. $1,500 on the line. We got a good one brewing here at Falls. Yeager, Toder, Mills, Augustine, and Interkin. We'll see who wins the Giveback Classic. It's been a good one so far.
Mike Augustine and Interkin running 4th and 5th right now. Good race for them as the top 3 single file all right there together. And they're slicing and dicing. Here's Freeberg with a big slider on 2, trying to go from 6th to 4th.
Yeah, they're going 3 wide back there. Interkin, whoa, and just as I say that, Brandon Freeberg trying to move up as well into that 4 spot. And he will. So Freeberg, Augustine, Innerkin. Here comes Innerkin with a slider of his own. To the outside is Freeberg. Can Freeberg hold on for fourth? Yes, he's got it.
Mike Augustine right there on the bottom of the speedway, going to cross over Innerkin for a top 5, and the caution is out once again.
Boy, things were heating up there for fourth and fifth. Really going at it. Innerkin, Augustine, and Freeberg. Freeberg won that battle. He's holding on for fourth. Boy, oh boy, I thought Toter had Dylan Yeager a few laps there, but it took Dylan to get wound up a few times, and he's stormed back off to the race lead.
They've been Kyler Bruce and possibly Barrett Bishop involved in the latest caution. Take a look and see what happened. Drew Hopkins getting turned around by the 3 car right there. And Hopkins keeps it going, and collection right behind him.
So it looks like, if my math is correct, 24 laps remain here in the Giveback Classic.
24 laps to go under our 4th caution of the A main event. Yeager's pretty much led from the jump. Once he's able to run a couple of laps, it seems like he's able to pull away. Ethan Toter stayed with him on the latest restart, but we're racked and stacked once again. Yeager going to elect to start on the outside once again. And that driver to keep your eye out on, outside of road number 2. Brandon Freeberg moving up quite a few positions, up 6 spots already.
Yep, how about Flatten, 21st and 9th? I think he's the hard charger, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Flatten's another one of those drivers that looking really, really good right now. Up 11 spots, possibly. But nonetheless, green flag is back out once again here at Falls.
Yeah, we'll see if Ethan Toter's got anything here on this restart. Trey Mills going to dive down to the inside. Good battle. Here comes Brandon Freeberg. Freeberg started 4th. Going to try to go to 3rd here on the restart. Bold move by Trey Mills trying to get up there in line, but here comes Freeberg. Mills again will drive to the inside. Freeberg to the outside. Good racing action off of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Mills going to slide in for 3rd. Freeberg's there as well as Mike Augustine.
Freeberg through the middle right there. He may lose a spot to Mike Augustine. Augustine working the bottom of the speedway. The bottom's really not where you've wanted to be thus far. It's been pretty much outside groove, top dominant here at Falls thus far, but we're coming down to 21 to go, $1,500 to give it away. Who's it going to be?
Yeah, good entertaining battle right there. Brandon Freeberg, Mike Augustine, and Jesse Innerkin. Innerkin and Augustine get together. Good battle right there for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Looks like Brandon Freeberg going to go to 4th. 3rd will be Mills. 2nd, Toter, and Yeager still showing the way. With about 20 to go, and we have a crash in the back of the field.
Trying to find and see who it's on right here. Not quite sure.
It's Corey Roberts.
Corey Roberts.
Howard Weaver giving us the insight. Corey Roberts in the back of the field.
Jacob Harberts and Ryan Flatten were running over each other under the yellow after banging a couple laps before. Flatten's still getting into it with somebody.
Howard Weaver giving us the insights.
Barrett Bishop just flipped Flatten under caution.
Oh.
Exciting.
Well, on the East Coast, it is almost a 2-day show, am I not right? 11:30 your time?
10:30 our time here in the Central time. I'm Central. I'm in the Memphis time zone.
A little late out there. I don't know. Maybe they're getting a little cranky out there.
19 to go, $1,500 online. You would expect a few tempers to get upset here. Chris, your thoughts?
It's getting down to crunch time, so these guys are starting to count the money, and the race ain't over yet.
Definitely not over. Gonna re-rack them, restack them, try this again one more time. Dylan Yeager has been elected to start on the outside. We'll see if that'll pay off. Ethan Toter on the inside of road number 1. Trey Mills, man, he's looked pretty good back there in position number 3. Just can't quite find a way around the top 2 drivers and make it stick. He's had a couple of shots at him, Mike, but has not pulled off the move just yet.
Yeah, we'll see if he tries another slider. Brandon Freeberg, if he gets a chance to get up there and battle with Yeager and Toter, you never know. Caution still out. Chris noted earlier the youngest driver here was Corey Roberts, the Corey that just flipped. Want to congratulate him once again. So good run for that youngster. He's got a bright future in the sport.
For doubled up, we'll see if we'll go green out of turn number 4. May have had a delayed caution right there. You can do that on iRacing if everything's not up to snuff, but nonetheless, Dylan Yeager going to have command of the field. Green flag is back out. Trey Mills may have been a little early, but we stay green.
Here we go. Dylan Yeager lost the lead to Toter there momentarily. Toter going to dive down to the inside. I don't think he's going to back out of this one. And Toter's going to take the race lead, but here comes Dylan Yeager. Yeager again will drive down to the inside. Toter with the advantage. A lot of speed as they head down the back straightaway. How about another slider? All the way to Rick and Anita's over in Chatsworth for my Fairbury friends watching. At the line, a good one. Yeager showing the way here in the Giveback Classic, but Toter's hungry. He wants that $1,500 as well.
Sliders are so much fun to watch when they're being thrown clean. And the top 2 drivers, Ethan Toter, Dylan Yeager, putting on a slider fest here at Falls right now. Brandon Freeberg up 7 spots now to 3rd. Finds himself in the mix for the race lead late in the race. Will Freeberg have a shot? Here he comes.
Yeah, 14 to go this time by. Here comes Toter. Yeager, Freeberg trying to hang tough with him, as well as Trey Mills down the front straightaway. Toter again for the race lead here in the Giveback Classic at Falls, and he has got it. But here comes Dylan Yeager. Oh, cars into the wall here on the front straightaway. Will stay green. And Yeager into the wall. Toter to the race lead. Toter now finally gets the race lead away from Yeager. Here comes Mills with a slider of his own. He'll go to 3rd.
Trey Mills threw it in there for position number 3. Mike Augustine will fall back with a little bit of that, but Ethan Toter, the man who benefits the most from that mayhem, he finds himself about a half second ahead of Dylan Yeager now, who's led pretty much the entire race, but 12 to go, finds himself running 2nd. Can he run down to your race leader once again?
Yeah, Toter, Yeager, Mills, Freeberg again back there is 5th and 6th. They had a little scuff up, but everybody stays green. As laps starting to wind down, looks like 10 laps to go as Toter, Yeager, Mills, Freeberg, and St. Clair, your top 5.
10 laps to go for Ethan Toter in the 23 car for $1,500 on the line. Kind of single file. Trey Mills finds himself position number 3. Then it's Brandon Freeberg. Travis St. Clair back into the top 5 of the 13. He's had quite the race, but sitting 5th now. Mike Augustine, Robbie Buchanan up 6 spots to 7th. It's Cameron Kaysen, Jesse Interkin back to 9th, and Tyler Berry into the top 10. Charger right now tied Brent Carter in the 69, started 23rd, has made his way up to 13th, so he's up 10 spots. That's your hard charger for the moment.
$1,500 on the line, 500 second, 300 for 3rd. Things have calmed down kind of at the front of the field. In Toter showing away Yeager, Mills, and Freeberg running in the 4th. Spot, St. Clair 5th, Augustine, Buchanan, Kaysen, and Interkin. And
right,
now
man,
we need another caution if we just got it. So maybe a debris caution.
Scripted. Yeager's got a lot of spoiler damage. That's going to slow him down, but Toter sometimes gets a little nervous, so this little 5-lap restart could be interesting.
So Cameron Kaysen involved in the latest caution, getting turned around right there in the 18 car, and that'll bring out the yellow. As laps tick it down, it'll be 5 laps to go for $1,500. And Mike Norris, think these guys are nervous?
Oh my, I was just going to ask Chris Ferguson, if you're leading the PDC with 5 to go, are you nervous?
I'll be honest with you guys. I'm nervous for these guys right now. Anything can happen with 5 to go. There was some big sliders being thrown, and I don't really think these guys are going to be holding anything back right here. So hopefully we don't see any more cautions, but anything can happen. I would be nervous if I was Toter. I'd be nervous if I was in the top 5 right now.
So Toter in the 23 car took the race lead on the last restart, able to find himself in the race lead. Will restart with 5 to go. Dylan Yeager, who's not found himself restarting in position number 2, will do so this time. Trey Mills has been running 3rd pretty much the entire race. Brandon Freeberg's had an entertaining race in 4th. Travis St. Clair, Mike Augustine rounding out your first 3 rows. We're going to double them back up, come back to green. 5 to go. Yeager on the bottom this time. This will be the first time he's restarted on the bottom. We'll see how that goes for him.
Yeah, every time Yeager restarted on the top, Toter decides to restart on the top. Again, if you look at the cars as they come by, Toter's got the cleanest looking car, but one car I'm still looking at with minimal damage is the 14 of Trey Mills. Mills has been one of the only cars that's been able to run the middle to bottom here on these restarts. So we'll see what happens here on the restart. There goes Yeager in all kinds of action.
Toter didn't go.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution
Oh,
is out.
Toter's got damage now.
Toter
never went.
did not hit the gas, and caution comes out. I think Toter thought he was the one to command the start, but he elects to start the outside. Not sure of the ruling on that.
Yeah, Toter's car is. This is going to make the restart even more interesting. I think they're going to give him the spot back, but he's going to be a lot slower with that much damage.
Yeah.
So Ethan Toter, heavy damage on the back of the spoiler after getting the shot in the shorts right there. Did not hit the gas on the restart. You got to at least pretend to go, don't you think?
That's a good question for the for the iRacing guys there. I'm not sure what he was thinking or if he didn't.
Well,
go ahead.
Toter was the control car, and I think Yeager, it's hard to see that car on the outside in iRacing, so I think Yeager just thought he tried to time the restart, and Toter wasn't ready, and so he kind of got jumped there.
So Dylan Yeager, the 48, he'll benefit the most from this. He'll restart in the front. He's got right side damage as well on his machine, but not as bad as
They're going to let Toter get a quick repair here, so that's unusual.
So Toter in the pits, gonna get the quick repair. Admin's determining it out of his control, and we'll see whether they'll restart him.
You sure? So will Yeager get his spot back then?
I don't think they penalized Yeager, but I don't see where he went.
Yeager's running back here in about 9th right now behind Interkin.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to manually kind of line them up and clear black flags, but Toter got a big break there because now his spoiler is cleaner than it was before, so that's a little controversial, but he did get jumped on that start.
So tough call for the admins with $1,500 on the line. I mean,
what about tires as well?
Tires, they don't wear out, luckily, so that won't benefit him. But the spoiler, a new spoiler is worth about 3 or 4 tenths a lap. So, I mean, he would have been a sitting duck with all that damage, and now he's got the cleanest spoiler out there. So that should make things easier for him, honestly.
Well, you never know. We may see one of those sliders here on the restart, so we'll see what happens here. Maybe after the race, we got to ask him what was going through his mind there on the restart, but we'll see what happens, see if Yeager's got anything for him.
So Toter on the outside of Speedway. He was the pole sitter on the last restart, so we'll see if he'll have command of the field this time on the outside. I think Yeager, figuring he started on the inside, he's the pole guy now and took off first. Nonetheless, coming back to green one more time. Toter will have command of the field. Better restart this time. Little contact between Mills and Yeager, but the green flag is back out. Looks a lot better than last time.
Yep, Yeager going to dive down to the inside. Here comes Brandon Freeberg to his outside. Dylan Yeager dives down to the inside. Toter to the outside. They're going to work side by side. Just a few laps remain in the Giveback Classic. Does anybody have anything for Ethan Toter? He got into the backstretch wall. As we'll come down, I believe, to the 1 to go signal. 2
to go.
Apologize for the Giveback Classic.
Ethan Toter showing the way. Yeager not done just yet. Coming around the back straightaway. A white flag will be out this time. Who's it going to be? Ethan Toter, Dylan Yeager, 1 to go. Mike Norris is going to say,
at the line.
Bring us home, but the caution going to come out.
Boy, that was going to be some kind of finish right there. Yeager's got something figured out on the bottom.
I think this could help Yeager because he got tapped in the rear on that restart, and that kind of cost him the ground on on Toter, but he was actually hitting some good laps there.
So it'll be
Very bottom.
green, white, checkered finish. First attempt at it. So it'll put 2 laps back on the board. And we'll see if Toter will elect to start on the outside once again. That's been his, it's been the go-to for the leader this time. They have lane choice. Green, white, checkered for $1,500. And the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop Giveback Classic champion title up for grabs. You know, these guys are probably a little nervous out there. Howard, you were in the C main. How nervous were you?
I was more nervous about destroying somebody else's night because I hadn't raced in so long. But Ethan's got to be. But if he's luckily he's got his spoiler fixed, so he's probably not too bad. But Jaeger might be a little nervous with how he got hit on that last restart. But I think Jaeger on that bottom is actually really fast despite the damage. So I think if he gets a chance, he may throw a last lap slider in 3 and 4.
Don't count out Brandon Freeberg back here in row number 2 on the inside. He's been fighting all day, lined up on the inside of row number 2. He's thrown some sliders in there. His spoiler looks ugly. It does not look pretty at all, but he is just out there driving the wheels off the thing. Trey Mills back there in row number 2 as well. This is not over by a long shot, and we'll see how this green-white checkered finish will play out as they get ready to double back up down the back straightaway. Jaeger on the inside, Toter on the outside.
So green, white, checkered. Looks like one more time around. Big shout out to Mike Augustine as well. Congrats. He's had a solid night. We haven't spoke much about him, but a good night for Augustine. St. Clair as well. So yeah, some hard charters. 24th to 10th. Jarrett Jones moved up 14 spots. So good run for Jarrett Jones.
Double back up for the final time. Going to get ready to go. Green, white, checkered finish coming your way. Toter back of the gas. Green flag is back out. 2 to go here at Falls. Here comes Jaeger on the inside.
Jaeger going to dive down to the inside. He's got some help. Here comes Brandon Freeberg. Freeberg going to follow him down to the inside. Jaeger to the inside. To the outside's Toter. The white flag going to fly one final time. Tommy Rowe.
White flag in the air. They're side by side down the back straightaway. Ethan Toter on the outside. Jaeger on the inside. Into turn number 3 and 4. Jaeger with a slider. Toter cross him over and pick up the win at Falls.
Yeah, dang good race there for the Giveback Classic. Dylan Jaeger gave it all he had. Last lap slider. But Ethan Toter, class of the field here tonight, took the lead away on a late restart with about 30 or 40 to go and held off Dylan Jaeger on a last lap slider. Great race here at Falls, and congratulations to Ethan Toter. He wins the Matjoulis-Seay second annual Giveback Classic, brought to you by Cruz, Pedregon, Esports.
Toter burning it down, doing the reverse victory lap here at the Falls. And we'll get him up in the broadcast booth here in just a moment. Going to be $1,500 richer. Also, repping the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop logos on the car as a team driver. What a race him and Dylan Jaeger put on here tonight at Falls.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a great finish. They were lined up on that high side for a while, and props to Dylan Jaeger for finding that bottom groove. And there you go, Ethan Toter as he parks it in victory lane. $1,500. Pretty cool race here tonight at the Fairbury Speedway. Congratulations to Mike Augustine. He comes home third. Brandon Freeberg, Travis St. Clair, and how about Robbie Buchanan Jr., a driver we didn't mention much. She had a good run here tonight. Jesse Innerkin, after flirting with the top 5, inside the top 5 most of that race, finishes right behind him.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have your tonight's Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop Giveback Classic feature winner in the booth with us now. And Ethan, man, you had to work for it. You took the race lead late in the race, and you got the job done. $1,500 richer here tonight. Talk us about the race, man.
I mean, that was insane. We were terrible in the beginning. I had Trey all over me. Thought he was going to pass me. I just knew I needed to hang on and wait to the end. I had the late race speed the whole time, every time I've been practicing, and I knew if I could just wait, bide my time, just stay in second. And Jaeger picking the outside on all those restarts, I could get a better jump on him, and it set me up for a slider. And then if I got into a slider battle with him, luckily we got the right cut down line, and luckily came away with it.
Absolutely.
Ethan, take us through that last lap. He slid up in front of you. Did you know it was coming?
I looked to the inside of me, and I had a feeling it was going to come, and I see he was launching it, so I just set myself up, and I seen Freeberg got really close to the left rear. Luckily, he didn't get into that, but I guess it was just meant to be. We called it all week. I was telling Chris, Blake, and Evan, I can't wait to take your money, and we finally did it.
Well, Ethan, you just made $1,500 here on iRacing on a Tuesday night. What's your first thoughts on that?
I haven't even won $1,500 in real life, so that's insane.
You got any plans? What are you going to do with the $1,500? Invest it back into iRacing, or what are you going to do with all that money?
No, we're getting a new place, so I'm going to put that towards the new place.
And the house with the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop give back. That's what I'm talking about right there. Chris, Howard, you got anything for a guy?
Oh yeah, I just want to go through. First off, congratulations, Ethan. I know you just won that big IROC race last week, and now you go back to back basically with by far the biggest win of your career that I know of. But talk about that last. I think it was the last or next to last restart. Whenever you got the quick repair there, it looked like maybe Jaeger couldn't see whenever you were going and kind of got you ran over. But what was going through your head there whenever all that happened and then the aftermath?
Well, if you guys heard anything in the while we were talking in there, my voice was really shaky. I mean, I was honestly super nervous because when they plowed straight through me and it was sitting there telling me the toes knocked out of it and the car was destroyed, and I knew I had no speed, so I was just hoping they did the right decision. They made the right decision. It was just I was waiting to that orange line every time. I knew if I wanted to pick the outside, I had to go late and let the car be straight down the straightaway so I get a good run into one. But yeah, luckily we got it done.
Well, Ethan,
You got anything, Fergie?
Yeah, Ethan, I know you're riding the momentum, but let's be honest. You did call your shot. You were pumped. I know you were excited that it was at Fairbury. Before that caution comes out, you see Jaeger rolling around the bottom. Was there any thought that he may be stealing another one from you at the last second?
No, I had a feeling he was. I'm gonna be honest with you. Coming to the line there, I was telling my guys that he's probably gonna roll around me right here, and I knew I couldn't block him, so I just had to stay to the top. I thought momentum would get me with that 2-lap run or whatever we had there at the end, and luckily it didn't. He had to launch a slider in there. I think if he might have held bottom, it would have been a really good race to the line, but he didn't, and we're here.
Awesome, man. Who do you want to thank tonight for your big win?
I can't thank Evan, Blake, Chris, everybody that's gotten me here. I never thought I'd be winning $1,500 on iRacing. Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop for doing this for everybody. You don't see any other setup shop doing this out there. Mike and Tommy for broadcasting for us and having badass announcers in the booth. Everybody back at the crib. Everybody that was sitting there trying to calm me down. And my mom, my dad, hell, just everybody. My girlfriend, everybody.
Well, Ethan, congratulations here tonight, picking up the win. Best of luck to you down the road, buddy. Hope to see you back soon.
Thank you so much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's Ethan Toder, your winner here tonight. Picking up the $1,500. The Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop Give Back Classic, and got the wrong guy in the booth with us. I'll throw him back down there. And now we have our runner-up here tonight, Dylan Jaeger. Dylan, man, you led a lot of the race, but you didn't lead the last one that counted. You threw the slider at a turn number 4 for the win. Got to be a little bit heartbroken, but not too bad for second.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm not happy right now. Obviously there was a guy who kind of ruined my chances there of winning there at the end by screwing me over 2 restarts in a row. Got to thank the 14 to Trey Mills for that. But I felt like I had the best car all night. Every time we'd get into a green flag run, I'd kind of just drive away into the sunset a little bit, and I guess it just wasn't our night. Those restarts killed me, and there was only so much I could do to try and do little tricks and take the lead on the restarts, and eventually Toder got me on one. So congrats to him on the win. He's been killing it recently, so it's cool to see him winning more and more. But obviously wanted to be one spot better, and yeah, it just sucks. But it is what it is.
You take home $500 for second, not too shabby of a performance. This was a pretty cool deal with a well over 100 drivers entered, and you finished second here tonight. Got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it feels good to get the 500, but I know that in my mind, I think I had that $1,500 locked up. You know, I thought of myself as a favorite going into that, and I fully expected myself to win that, and it just slipped away, and didn't really get a second chance at him because of the restarts and the idiot behind me starting behind me. But it is what it is. We'll be back next year if these guys decide to do the race again, and yeah, we'll try and get one spot better.
Mike, what you got for our guy?
Well, I was just going to say, Dylan, congratulations. I know you were out front, looked like to be the class of the field there, and sometimes a few things happen in racing, and unfortunately got some damage there. And boy, once the lead got away from you, it was hard to get it back. That last lap slider, thought maybe it was going to work out. Unfortunately, it didn't. But I was going to say, if it wasn't for Toter, man, you were the class of the field, and you ran a hell of a good race tonight. $500, keep your head up, and thought you were going to get it, but you know. Second place, pretty good run. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Chris Howard, what you got for a guy?
Yeah, hey Dylan. Yeah, I was just gonna see what your thoughts were on that restart at the end where it looked like maybe you jumped it. How did you feel about the admin's call to let Toter get that quick repair? And what did you have to say to Trey Mills at the end of that race, or is it repeatable?
I don't think I will be repeating it, but it wasn't anything nice. I will just say that. And I agree with their opinion to give Toter the quick repair. That was really nothing of his doing. He never went, and you know Mills went behind me, and the leader never budged. So I don't know what in the hell he was doing the whole night on the restarts. But yeah, I mean I think that had nothing to do with Toter, and he had all the right to get back and get a quick repair, because if he didn't, he wasn't going to end up winning that race because he had so much damage. So I agree with the call.
Jaeger, we want to know, you know, this year's been a huge year for you. I know you're a little disappointed tonight, but you grabbed your first Sprint Car Pro Series win, your first Late Model Pro Series win. This was a huge breakout year for you. You know, it was something that there's not been a lot of people do it. Maybe 3 or 4 other drivers be able to do both those and then also win the Gobbler. You know, there's a lot of iRacers out there that want to be able to be in the situation you're in and do what you do. What's the best advice you can give all these drivers that are trying to make it and become one of the contenders like you?
Don't let the pressure get to you. That's the biggest thing. You know, people go into a race loading up and they see that you have a pro license and they're like, oh my God, it's Dylan Jaeger. And you kind of have that pressure on you that you're going to have to perform in these races, and don't let it get to you. You know, it's you're just another racer out there. That's the way I like to think of it. I don't think that the pro license system, at least, you know, looking at the licenses, really says much. You know, Toter beat me and he's never been in the pro series, so I think that tells you something. But just don't let the pressure get to you. Don't let the moment get too big, and just don't overthink it. Just go out there and race, you know.
Well, Dylan, before we let you go here tonight, a lot of great people come on board and help you out. Who all do you want to give a thanks for your second place run here tonight, buddy?
Yeah, just like to thank everybody at CFM Esports and Matjoulis-Seay Speedshop for putting on the race. Chris Ferguson, Evan C., Blake Matjoulis, John Darby, Nick Linner, all those guys, you know, put on a great event. Same thing with last year. You know, it sucks I didn't get to run it last year, but great event last year too. Great event this year. Glad to be a part of it. JDM Designs, NLRA, Toter's Isle of Frenchies, you guys for the broadcast, and like I said, everybody for putting this great event together for the second year in a row. It's an honor to be in it and running well.
Well, Dylan, congratulations on your second place finish here tonight. Not quite the finish you wanted, but hope to see you back down the road, buddy.
Yep, I appreciate it.
All right, that's Dylan Jaeger, driver of the 48 car, your second place finisher here tonight. Going to bring up our third place finisher here tonight. Had a pretty good run himself, up 3 spots, started 6 and comes away with a strong third. But man, he had to work for it throughout the night. Mike, you had a busy night behind the wheel of that 19 machine.
Yeah, it was 50-50, fun, not fun. Yeah, it was. I got put in the wall multiple times. I was surprised I didn't wreck that one time when I was like pointed 90 degrees into the infield, but yeah,
Well, you had some great battles. You come away with third here tonight. Pick up a little bit of nice little chunk of change on your way out the door. Not too shabby about that.
Yeah, not bad at all. I'm happy to be here. This is an amazing place to be, and to be honest, I didn't think I was gonna get third because, like I said, I was pointing 90 degrees down into the infield, so I was kind of surprised.
Mike Howard, you got anything for our third place finisher here tonight?
I don't have any questions for me. He sounds really emotional, but good job there, Mike. You seem like you stayed out of trouble and snuck in with a fourth place or third place or whatever it was. I wasn't paying attention. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Hey, Mike, congratulations. Mike Norris, the announcer here at Fairbury. And, just sticking it out. Congratulations. I know you got bounced around there like a ping pong, but ping pong ball. But, hey, you finished third. You take home some money. And a lot of good cars in this Giveback Classic. Keep the head high, and you're on the podium for a big race here. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Mike, before we let you go, anybody you want to give a shout out or thanks to?
I gotta give a big shout out to Chris Ferguson, Evan C, Blake Matjoulis, the guys at Team CFM Esports, y'all for putting on the event, and thanks for broadcasting.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your third place finisher here tonight, Mike Augustine, driver of the 19 car. And got one more driver down here. Going to bring him up right quick. He had quite the night himself. Finishes into top 10. Started dead last tonight. And comes home with a top 10 of 14 spots. Your hard charger for the night. Jarrett Jones is in the booth with us. Jarrett, it was quite the adventure out there.
Definitely was having to start all the way in the back there. Just a lot of chaos going on in the back. Just had to just buy my time and just hold on to the top and hopefully get by cars there. So
This event started with well over 100 drivers. You start dead last in the main event, nothing to lose, and you gained 14 spots and find yourself finishing in a top 10. Not too shabby. Can't hold your head down for that.
oh, definitely not. It's just I honestly in the B main when I had the went from what was it 17th to 6th. I wouldn't even been there without some luck in that too. So really lucky tonight getting all best bunch of cars. So happy to be in the top 10 with it.
Jarrett, Mike, you got anything for our guys? Or Mike Howard?
Well, congratulations, Jarrett. Mike Norris, the announcer here at Fairbury. I just want to say congratulations. Came out of the B main, you worked your way up into the top 10. That's pretty impressive against this field of cars, and great job, my man.
Really appreciate it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your hard charger here tonight. Jarrett Jones comes away with a top 10 of 14 spots. Congratulations to him. Well, we got Chris Ferguson, Evan C up here in the booth with us. I'm going to start with Evan. Evan, second annual Matjoulis-Seay Giveback in the books. It was quite the eventful night. Your final thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, really, really proud of the race that we had there. Didn't have, too many yellows. At least was able to get a lot of green flag runs in, and I think last year we also had a great race and a good couple last laps, and had a few cautions at the end tonight, but had to make a couple tough decisions up in the admin booth, but still a good race, and definitely got pretty exciting at the end, and that's all that we want to try and do is just have a show at the end, and see some guys battling for the lead, and I think we got to see that, and just got to thank everybody that helped put on this event. It wasn't just me, a lot of people, even up in the admin booth with me helping, and Chris and Blake for all they do helping, and obviously I think you and Mike up in the booth for us, and I'm sure y'all put on a great show for us.
Well, Chris, you guys are giving away $3,000 with a give back race with all the great customers that you guys have at Matjoulis-Seay Speedshop at CFM Esports. You've done 2 seasons of this. We're going to see a third year.
Yeah, for sure. We keep growing every year. We have more and more customers, more and more drivers that keep getting better on the sim. Just really proud of the community. I know tonight there's going to be a lot of heartbreaks and a lot of probably mad and really frustrated drivers because Fairbury short track racing, it's going to happen. But the Discord's been full, man. We have a lot of great drivers, a lot of great people behind the scenes, and really look forward to putting on this show every year. It's tough because everybody's teammates in this race, and you're going to end up getting into people that you don't want to, but it's part of it, and you hope to lead that on the track. You don't take it into the Discord or into the next race. So I just really need to thank everybody involved in this. Tommy did a great job tonight. Mike Norris, as a personal friend, thank you for stepping in here and doing this. Everybody at Fairbury Speedway that watched and supported the event, Matt Curl, thank you guys. I want to thank Cruz, Pedregon, and Cruz and his driver Austin for being a part of this. Super, just blessed and really thankful to have them, involved in this event. WR1 Sim Chassis, Chad Wheeler, thank you for everything you do. Tucker Anderson was probably the highest finishing WR1 driver. Chicken Bone Alley Podcast, Mr. Rogers, thank you for everything you do for us. And he's got a league going right now. Everybody sign up. Spartan Transportation, IROC TV, Brian, thanks for being involved. Team VLR for helping us organize this. IracingIflag, Jeff, has been a long-time supporter of everything we do, so we appreciate him. Sweet Victory, Apparel Company, Jenna, everybody involved in that. And then personally, I want to thank John Darby. He did a lot organizing this event. He also gave away a free wrap to the 25th, the first man out, 25th place guy. Also, hard luck, I think it was, maybe 2 for Dylan Yeager. So, everybody behind the scenes at CFM and VLR and all you guys, man, it's been a blessing, and I look forward to doing it again next year.
Well, Mike, your second iRacing event is under your belt now. You gonna come back for some more?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to send a big shout out to Austin Friedman. Keep your eyes on him at Fairbury Speedway. Everybody at Dyer Stop Rods, and I want to thank Austin for letting me come over to his house and announce this. But again, all these great sponsors: Chris Ferguson, Blake Matjoulis, Evan C. Of course, we talked to Cruz Pedregon. It was a fun night. I'm glad to be a part of the iRacing. I kind of the outside looking in, but yeah, to get to call a big event like this, one of my first ones, it's fun. It's a blast, and I got a great setup in front of me. Again, thanks to Austin and thanks to Chris for inviting me. This was fun, and you did a great job, Tommy, and it was fun calling the races with you, and had a blast, and congratulations to everybody involved in the second annual Giveback Classic.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop and IROC TV, I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in. I want to apologize to everyone for the technical difficulties happened with the trading paints and everything else that didn't seem to go right. But nonetheless, we got the A feature in. It looked pretty good. And I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in. Thanks to all the great sponsors. Thanks to Cruz Pedregon and everybody else that had something to do with this second annual Giveback Classic. And until then, we'll see you next